barbecue beef! How are you doing, buddy? Hope you are doing well today. Hope you're doing well. Same here, buddy. Same here. Coffee is life. Hey, Midge! How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, Midge. How are you, my friend? And Nilo Mundus. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hope you're having a great day, buddy. So far, well, let's see if we can top that a little and make it a little bit more better. Or at least make you laugh. Hello, 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 said the three-headed monster. You're most welcome. And by the way, are you ready for the incoming hype? Everyone, Shoni from Shoni Gaming here. Hope you are all having a great day. It's Thursday today. It is the last official flight of the 172 flights for this year. Hello, my rock, my center. How is Norway doing? Hope you're doing well, Jamal. And of course, yes, I'm covered. Today's our last 172 flight. We're going to land today on a tiny little island off the coast of Africa. That is going to be, and I have to say this correctly, São Tome and Príncipe. That's where we're going to land. It's a tiny little island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Or the Atlantic Ocean. Sorry, excuse me. Stel Wolf, good to see you as well, buddy. In Scotland, we call them islands. Bit cold and dark. Yeah, I'll believe that, buddy. I'll believe that. Dang. And we're going to see how that works out tomorrow because, hey, tomorrow we are going to fly there, but we'll talk about that during the flight. Yeah, last flight of this year, my friends. Last flight of this year. Of course, it was a little bit of a year with a big gap in it. let's face it, there was a really big gap in there. And yeah, unfortunately, that was due to my work project, which was concluded successfully. So that's a good thing. And I will not be doing something in the near future again. So that means more streaming. Well, at least streaming. Streaming. So it means also we can keep continuing our flights during the summertime, and that's good news. That is very good news. Let's put a dent into that flight plan next year. By this time next year, I hope to be somewhere near at least in Asia. I hope to be in Asia. At least we should have rounded off Africa, and I hope to be at least in the Middle East or in Asia, somewhere over there. So that's going to be fingers crossed, but I think we can make it work. Oh, I so love the optimism of this lad. I so love his optimism. Am I saying this correctly? GTS Aviation. Hope I'm saying this correctly. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the cabin crew. And talking about that, let's switch over to bippity boppity boop. There's the flight plan today. That is what we're going to do today. Of course, yesterday we landed on the coast of Nigeria in Calabar. We landed on Delta November Charlie Alpha. Delta November Charlie Alpha. That's where we're going to take off from. Today we are heading then south and doing a touch and go on Malabo Airport, which is the capital of Equatorial New Guinea. Funnily enough, here is Equatorial New Guinea, right there. That's Equatorial New Guinea, but the capital is over there. Funny people, these Africans. Anyway, is that a Malibu? No, it's not a... Honestly. Okay. First red card of the day. Well played. Anyway, then we are heading south over Santo Antonio, and we are then landing on São Tome and Principe. We are landing near the capital, so we should be good. The landing means we can scratch off basically the country of the list. Another country of the list. So that's what we're doing. Hey, Italian Yank fan. How are you doing? How's New Jersey today? Hope it's a lot better than yesterday. So, yeah, that's our flight for today. It's basically two legs. One heading over to Malabo. The second one taking off again from Malabo, heading straight down all the way south towards São Tome, the capital of São Tome and Principe. Which is... Speaking Portuguese, it's not Portugal, but it's the main language is Portuguese. It's really weird there. And so yeah, okay, it's fine. We're going to check it out. Going to be a lot of fun, but mostly ocean flying. So there will not be a lot to see, but we need to do it to scratch it off the list. We need to do it. So yeah, we need to fly there. Otherwise, I have not flown to every single country in the world. And of course, that means that yeah, we're going to continue this flight right here. We are now right in this area. As you guys all know, we have done this, of course. This has been covered. Europe has been covered. Now we're on towards Africa. And I have to see how we are going to do this. Because I am actually thinking of kinda following the flight plan here. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Ooh, I'm getting something handed here. This is hot?
No.
The missus is making hot sauce from tiny little peppers we've grown ourselves. And habaneros. Yeah. These are just the spices. Oh, they're like caramelized and stuff. Sorry for eating on stream. I am absolutely sorry for this. Hot off the press, yeah. No. This is a lot better than Vegemite. This stuff is actually good.
That is honey barbecue.
Honey barbecue? Onions and garlic. That's not a bad thing, but be very grateful that it's not smell-o-vision. Thank you very much, GTS Aviation. Usually, this doesn't happen that much. Thank God it wasn't hot yet. And I will redeem that hydrate. Getting stuck between my teeth. It's like candy, but with onions and garlic and stuff. Yummy. I'm really, really scared she's going to hand the other spoon, which contains the habaneros and the homegrown peppers. And they're tiny little peppers. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And they're freakishly hot. Watch when my spaghetti di mama is ready. Ew, keep talking there, GTS Aviation, keep talking. We're very much into food stuff here. But getting back to the flight, today's flight, we are going to take off from Calabar Airport. So guys, if you want to fly along, of course, go to the Discord channel or download the flight plan right here. Flight plan. Off to walks the dogs, no problem, buddy, no problem. You can click on that link, download the flight plan. There are two of them. That's the hand-on throttle, aka hot. The engine is running, hands-on throttle version, or the cold and dark, which means you're parked and you have to start up your plane. It's an open flight. Anyone can fly along. It's all players. We're on live weather, live time. So just enjoy yourself. Hop on a plane, fly along, and it's just talking and having a little bit of fun, enjoying the scenery while we tick off each and every country with the Cessna 172. And yes, we have done quite a lot so far. Having said that, it means that today's flight, as I said, this will be our flight for today. There are, how are the clouds actually? Well, it's a little bit cloudy. Unfortunately, we have a headwind, so it means we are pushing it a little bit. Rain and thunder. Well, that might be interesting. This might be interesting. Are we going to invoke the Arnold and raise the clouds? Yeah, we have to do that. Get in the chopper. Yeah, get down. Now I'm going to do the Santa. Yeah. My community folder is sucking up the load time like crazy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Kinda. It's becoming a little bit idiotic, big. Basically, yeah, the community folder is getting insanely big. Alright, so we have rain and thunderstorms apparently going on, so this should be interesting. Any word on tomorrow's flight? Oh my dear, yes, oh yes. Tomorrow's flight, just for a quick, because you're going to walk the dogs there, just a quick one. It's Amsterdam. We're taking off from Amsterdam to Rovaniemi in Finland. So that will be the airport that we are taking off from. And the plane we are using is not a glider. For whomever suggested that. Joe Fox, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. It's not Orbix Santa's sleigh, although it may have made that in the... Who chose a glider? I really want to know. The IS-8, honestly, PMDG 800. I don't own that plane, and I'm not going to spend 70 euros just for one single flight. So it's not the 737-600, it's actually the Phoenix A320. Yeah, fess up, exactly. I'm actually more interested who did the Orbix Santa, so... And the glider I'm interested in as well. But yeah, it was open to suggestions. That's true. So it's actually the Phoenix that we are flying. Unfortunately, there's no custom livery for that currently. But yeah, it's going to be fine. We're using the Shoney Gaming livery. I'm using the Shoney Gaming livery. So we're flying the Phoenix A320 from Amsterdam to Rovaniemi in Finland. That's going to be our flight tomorrow. But today's flight, we are going to first take off from right here. That's Delta November Charlie Alpha. That is Calabar Airport or Margaret Ekpo International Airport. That's where we are taking off from. And we are taking off from runway 21. So we're taking off south and heading immediately towards Malabo. Malabo, that will be the next airport. That is Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima. There we will be doing a touch and go. So that means that if we go over to our simulator right here, to the sim, you can see it's a 2.5 hour flight. Not that long, very nice. And we are then going to start up, as always, with all players. Very important if you are on live players. We can see you. You cannot see us. Make sure your live traffic is on and live weather. Well, that's all depending on what your preference is. This really doesn't matter. Because we are an all player, you can change basically anything you like, and we will not be bothered by it. So yeah, why does a fat bloke who doesn't exist need a home airport? Honestly. So yeah, let's see. We're doing weight and balance just to make sure. As always, I fuel up completely. And there's one thing I need to check out because of late you guys didn't show up correctly. So I went to the options, general options, by the way. And this happens to a lot of people actually. If you go to traffic and go all the way down, it says use generic models, use aircraft models for generic aircraft models. These were on somehow. These were on. And also, if you do not see any planes in your close proximity, it means that this is on as well. So keep that in mind. Turn this all off and all the multiplayer models should be visible again. It should be visible again. So keep this in mind. But in my case, I think my problem was because these were on as well. The generic models for aircraft, AI traffic, and generic aircraft models for multiplayer. So I'm guessing that was the problem. Fingers crossed that this fixed it. If not, I will be cleaning out my completely cleaning out my community folder and reinstalling that and see what's going on there. Yeah. All right, here we go. Now, world map. Boop, there we are. And pressing fly, which means I am going to start, of course, in the on the parking spot. I'm always cold and dark. I always start up my plane. There is a procedure officially, of course, when you fly the C-172, you have to do your walk around. There is a checklist which you have to do. But let's face it, the C-170, the Cessna 172 is such a basic plane. It's such a basic plane. There's not much you can check, actually. There simply isn't much you can check. Now, Airlock Doc, who isn't currently here yet, but Airlock Doc actually gave me a link to a few mods which improve and make the C-172 much more realistic. I'm going to see if that is something we can use on our next flights. So we're going to see if because that way you can open doors. There's much more operating that works. It looks a whole lot better. Yeah. So we're going to check that out. But I'm going to check that out. Yeah. I was thinking of flying with you, but maybe today I just fly. Oh, that's no problem, buddy. That's no problem. It's all down to you, Joe. It's all down to you. If you want to just fly yourself and fly your own things and just have a little bit of fun, that's fine. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. It's the cabin crew, my friend. There is no pressure. I love having you here. I love having you fly along with me, of course, as always. But if you want to do your own thing, you do you, buddy. You do you. So, hey, Drunk, good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. By the way, Drunk, check out your DMs on Discord. Check out your DM on Discord, buddy. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to, of course, boop, I'm going to turn on the peripheral cam. And I'm going to, I'm going to start up the plane. I hope there is some pressure or we all die from the atmosphere. Anyway, well, you got a point, actually. Let's turn on the battery, shall we? Let's give this puppy some juice. Yep, there it is. All right, turned on, of course, the red button's right here. It's really easy. You can do the test. It's, yeah, come on, guys. It's a sim. It works. I don't have any failures on, so it works. So, yeah. All right. Now, this is all starting up, aligning. Very nice. All right, so it means let's get the mixture to full rich, crack open the throttle a little bit, and then... Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Clear prop. Well, the prop has been cleared. Anyway, there we go. That is, of course, the engine that is now currently purring away. We are now starting the avionics suite. Oh, actually, I should have turned on the beacon again. Come on, Shoni, you're better than that. First the lights, then the prop. All right, and let's click the enter button today. Oh, that isn't working. Oh. When is the last flight of 2022? Today or tomorrow? The official around the world trip flight is today. The last flight is tomorrow. So tomorrow we are actually going to fly the Phoenix A320 from Amsterdam Airport to Rovaniemi. So make sure you're flying either, if you do not own the Phoenix, but you still want to fly along, take the A320 from fly-by-wire. It's near the same, and you can use the exact same flight plan that I'm using. It should all be in there, so make sure you actually, if you want to do that, use the fly-by-wire version then. If you do not own the Phoenix, it's fine. I suggest you may get the Phoenix, which is very, very nicely priced, and it's very good. It really is very, very good. But keep in mind, if you do not want to spend that, that's absolutely fine. That's all down to you. You can download the Rovaniemi airport actually from flightsim.io on Discord. You will find the link there. I also have, in my case, I bought and installed the Rovaniemi airport from Orbix. It was on sale, so that was a good thing. And yeah, it also means that but if you don't want that, that's fine. You know, you can do it basically kind of the same thing for absolutely free. Absolutely free. You don't have to do it exactly like me. All right, flaps 1. That's the hot stuff. That's the hot stuff. I'm not tasting the hot stuff. Yeah, but your spicy is broken. Mine isn't. Yeah. Oh, it's your in. She now actually has the hot. Can I smell it? Ew. Yeah, that's spicy. That's really spicy. That's spicy. Mm. I have to taste it, don't I? I have to taste it. Yeah, I have to taste it. Yeah, I know. That's too much. I know. I want to. Oh, man. Huh? Yeah. Spicy. Spicy. It's tasty. It's really tasty, but it's really spicy. Yeah, but that was just a tiny bit. I have to be careful around my eyes now. Hey, yeah, it's very tasty. Yeah, it's very tasty. It's like a little bit barbecue-y flavored. Yeah, it's nice. Barbecue honey. Yeah. Well played. It's yeah, this is really good. This is homemade spice. Nice one.
Homegrown peppers.
Homegrown peppers. Papa. Ah, oh, my lips are tingly. Shoni, you got something in your eye, bro. May want to wipe it off with the other hand. Not this one. Yeah. Stick it in your eye. Ah! My eyes! Ah. Yeah, that puts hair on your chest. So please, no more food talk. Only just got over yesterday. I know how this works. All right, my friends, let's set the GPS or the MFD right here to range. Zoom in. We have to take off from runway 21, which means we are now going to do a little bit of a taxi dance. Yes, we are. We are going to do a taxi dance. Let's take off the brakes. My brakes are under this button right here, so now they are off. And let's throttle up a little bit. Here we go. Dang. Yeah, I'm not that stupid. I'm not that stupid. Just made mincemeat out of that guy. Sorry for whoever this is. Hey, the models are now showing up, apparently. The models are showing up, so that's a good thing. 3. I have 3 monitors, actually. Yeah. You cannot see the one right here on the side. That's the third one. But I actually have 3 monitors. Yeah. And the center screen is, of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator. The other screen, the right screen is is information basically for the flight, and Navigraph is open there, and the left monitor is communications and stuff like that. So OBX is running there, and I have Discord and everything there. Yeah. Yeah, well, I used that. Yep, it's showing up because I just saw the Dark Star take off. People are humming by. Midge is in the air as well. Midge, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Dog's breath ready at the end of the runway right there. We are now currently we are flying along. Yeah, near 30, but that's fine. Yeah, 30 ground speed of 30, but that's fine. As long as we're not taking off, it's absolutely great. All right, my friends. My chemistry, yes. Hello, my friends. In the Vision Jet as well. That should show up. Because I do own the Vision Jet. Oh, there are so many planes I still need to fly. I have not even flown the DC-3 yet, guys. Come on. It's one of my favorite all-time planes. I have not even flown it yet. I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time. It's insane. All right. Let's brake. And I'm doing the turnaround right here. No, I know, right? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Neos, how are you doing, buddy? How are you? Barbecue beef on the other end right there. Hope you're doing well, Neos. Haven't seen you in a while, but glad you're here, buddy. Glad you're here. Hi. All right, lining up is a flying brick. I believe you. I absolutely believe you. It's been really long. It's been really long. All right. Let's set the trim. Nope, have to set it up. In takeoff position. All right, so that's that. There we are. 6% is kind of good. That's kind of good. I can actually trim it right here, or I can trim it on my on this button right here on the yoke. So that's those are both options. All right, I think we are good to go. Taxi lights go off, landing lights go on. Let's. Oh, you're absolutely right. I need to set a few things, of course. Let's set the autopilot first. Not going to fly autopilot. You guys know me. I don't do that. All right, let's set it to, for now, where are we at? We are at 240 feet, 220. So let's set it to 3,000 feet just to be on the safe side. Altitude set. All right. Now, let's set the flight level change right there. We're setting that, as always, to 74 knots. 74 knots, the ideal climb speed of the Cessna 172. Yeah. So that's set. So now we have right here at 3,000 feet, we have the FLC. You can see that right there and right there. I'm turning the navigation on. I'm setting it to GPS. Done. There's a cool mountain range to the southeast. Yeah. We should be climbing a little bit. Indeed, that you're absolutely right. All right, let's set the that is set to VFR, and ident is hello. Oh, go. Set. And let's set the PFD options to bearing 1 on GPS. So that's all set now as well. Hey, Quirt! How are you doing? How is British Columbia these days, my buddy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I think we're all set. Okay, let's go over it one more time. We have, of course, the autopilot completely set. We have the flight level change set to 74 knots, 3,000 feet. We have the altimeter set. The the squawk code is on. Everything is running there. We have that set. Okay, this can zoom out a little bit right now because we need to go where we need to go. Right there. All right. So that's our first leg, 75 nautical miles. That's set. We are on landing lights right down there. You can see it just behind me. Right down there. Landing lights are on. Taxi lights are off. So, yeah, I think we're good to go. Let me know if you're good to go. Well, I'm good to go. All right, guys. Power and speed. Back on elite full time. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot going on. Well, I still have to do quite a lot here, actually, Quirt. I was just discussing that there are so many planes that I have not flown yet. Oh, my lord. I have not even flown the DC-3. And you know how much I love the DC-3. By the way, 55 knots, 60 knots. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We have positive lift. We are climbing. And making immediately the turn, slight turn. All right, flaps go up. Flaps go up. Jamel already there as well. There are, of course, already a few people in the air. Stealth Wolf in the Dark Star, just zooming by. He probably just landed. Sim Update 11 killed you? It did? You always seem to have a lot of problems with the updates, don't you, buddy? It's such a shame to hear. In my case, I have to... Yeah, I see it, buddy. I see it, indeed. There is a huge mountain range right there. All right. Yeah, in my case, I have to say, Quirt, no issues so far. No issues so far. So that is a good thing. All right, we're switching over. Yep, we are now live flying. We need to connect the moving maps on. That is all on. So we are now moving along as well. Heading towards the ocean in the distance. If they fix my issues, I'll come back. Sorry to hear that, buddy. But right now, I have to say, in my case, I have to say, I think it's very, very stable. Yeah. Surprisingly stable. Alright, we are climbing quite nicely. Heading up towards about, 9,900 feet per minute. That should be more than enough. Actually, I can climb a little bit faster than that. Well, they usually do fix it, Quirt. And as always, as I say, if you are experiencing problems, if you are... I have to say this correctly. Rottibon. Actually, what I'm drinking is coffee. Always drinking coffee, buddy. Coffee or water. But yeah, it's... if you are experiencing problems in Microsoft Flight Simulator, make sure you rename your community folder. 9 times out of 10, I can absolutely guarantee you... Thank you very much, Jamel. We'll take that sip. I can absolutely guarantee you that the problems that you experience come from your community folder. I'm not kidding with this. I'm not kidding with this. This is an absolute and complete truth. Alright, my friends, we are now flying here. Vision Jet flying along. Actually, the Vision Jet can quite nicely do 120 knots. Funnily enough, it's really strange. Very cool plane. Midge is right there. We have Dog's Breath. We have Barbecue Beef, Jamel. Who is there? So I still need to install the tiny nameplates. So yeah, there we go. Actually, talking about Elite Dangerous quite quickly. Yeah, I own Odyssey, but basically when the Kickstarter ran. I was one of the people who actually entered the Kickstarter for Elite Dangerous at that time, and I also bought the. There was this pack that you could buy where you always get all the updates. So I have lifetime updates as well. Each and every update is free for me. best 60 bucks I ever spent. Oh yeah, that was a good thing. Just hit Mach 10. Yeah, basically you're there now. Yeah, I saw the Thargoid War indeed. Yeah. I saw the Thargoid War. Still have quite a big, quite a large amount of spaceships actually. But yeah, guys, it's if you experience problems in Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course, always make sure to check out your community folder. Don't empty it. Don't empty your community folder. Just rename it. Rename your community folder. Simply rename it Community 1, for instance, or anything you want. Then restart the sim, and the sim will actually create a new community folder which is completely empty and works beside your own folder. So you don't have to actually copy and paste everything. You can just simply rename it and you should be fine. You should be absolutely fine. Alright, we are now, I'm going to lean my mixture. We're at 3,000 feet. And I am going to trim back to, let's say, 3% should be more than enough to keep me stable. There we go. And as always, use those fingertips, my friends. Use the fingertips. You don't need to jerk around on your. That sounded really weird, I know. But you don't need to pull quite hard on your yoke or your joystick. Again, sounds really weird, but it's just it's fingertips work, guys. It's fingertips. The yoke loves you. The yoke loves the fingertips. So yeah. The yoke's on me. So grins. I know, right? The yoke's on me. Yeah. Alright, now our first leg is 66 miles. We're flying towards... Yeah, I know. It's a red card. I know. There we go. It's a red card. We are flying over the ocean toward Free Yoke. Woohoo! Oh my. Oh, behave. Oh, behave. Really need to create a soundboard here. But yeah, it's we're going to fly to Malabo Airport, Malabo International Airport actually, and that is the capital of Equatorial Guinea. Funnily enough, Equatorial Guinea. No, I don't own a Stream Deck. I have the touch portal right here. It's really a bit hard to see, but yeah, if you actually take a little bit of notice. Right there is my, well, I can actually show it like this. So, it's just on a tablet, works great. It's the same as Stream Deck. It's touch portal, completely configurable. Yeah, I know, buttons. Yep, buttons. So, yeah. But it's on a tablet, so that I can use the tablet either when I'm playing when I'm playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, flying Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can use this actually as an extra screen and drag information over to it. Like for instance, I can use the I can pull out the MFD and the PFD and place these on my tablet. And if I'm using my tablet for streaming, I use my tablet to control OBS, so I can do stuff like that. Ta-da! There you go. So that's an option. And it's just it's like 15 bucks or something like that. Touch Portal. It's 15 bucks. You install it on your PC. You install it on your through Android on your tablet. You're good to go. You're absolutely good to go. So yeah. Works great. Great tip. And it's just as configurable as Stream Deck is. And doesn't cost me 250 euros. So, because let's face it, a Stream Deck is not cheap. I just flown into Angola. You overshot us just by a smidge. Yeah. What did the big chimney say to the little chimney? You're too young to smoke. Badumts. GTS Aviation, new PC has been built and amazing. All settings on max, still frames per second above 35 in VR. That's not bad actually. That is definitely not bad. in bad weather and big cities like New York, London, and LA. If you like, you are hereby invited to try it yourself here. Well, my friend, I actually own a VR helmet, and I am going to see GTS Aviation if I can actually do a VR stream next year. So I always had problems with streaming VR. It was really slow and stuttery. But yeah, I'm hoping actually to do a VR stream in the future. I recently did one, and it kind of worked. So fingers crossed. I will be doing a few tests here and there to see if it works. Unfortunately, the thing is that when you're flying in VR, I'm kind of all over the place usually, so I have to really make sure I'm not making you guys puke while watching my stream. If you get my drift. So yeah, I would love to see you do the route I did around the world, but of course you're busy doing a different version. Joe, yes. Yeah, the version that I'm doing is so extremely extensive that, yeah, let's just say, Joe, there is a good chance some of my route and your route will be overlapping, or all of it. Yeah, because the question is always, Shoni, are you going to fill in a country here, say a capital right there? The answer is always yes. Always yes. Yes, I am flying there. 9 times out of 10, I can guarantee you I am flying there. All right, my friends, let's see who is still with me. We have My Chemistry in the Vision Jet right there. Should be keeping up quite nicely. My Chemistry, who was this also in chat? I know it's a different name, and I keep forgetting, and I'm absolutely sorry. I need to make a list. So if you are My Chemistry in chat, say hello. I keep forgetting this. Dog spread with us, Midge, Barbecue Beef, and Jamel. Right there. Would be fun to see you to start EGLL and end at EGLL after going through a lot of stops. Buddy, I have flown over, we have landed on EGLL, and it's part of my flight. And actually, on the return flight around the world, I will be flying over Heathrow again. I will be flying over Heathrow on my way to Lelystad, where we will be landing. So I'm really, really close to that, actually. It's much, much closer than you think, actually. It's much closer. Need money? Ask Shoni, he will say yes. It's not that bad. All right, my friends, we are now zooming along, and soon we will be leaving the coast because we are heading for Malabo. And I think, to be honest, I think this is Malabo already in the distance. We're heading for that island right there. So yeah, we are headed for that island right there. Taking things out of context is fun. True. You're absolutely true. And hey, that is what we do around here on this channel. That is what we do. But currently, yeah, we are moving and grooving along. Guys, come on, keep up. You can do it. Push that throttle. You can do it. It's really easy. It's really easy. Close in a little bit. I'm flying very consistent right now, I have to say, which is kind of scary for me. Nicely at about 3,000 feet, which was our plan, as you can see right here. Nicely at 3,000 feet. Yes, I am pushing my engine as always, but that's fine. We're purple lining it, of course, but we're flying manually, so yeah. Be right back. I will tell you all the stops when I get back. Oh, place them in. You can also place them in the Discord channel if you like. Yeah, place them in the Discord channel, so we don't get a list of stops in the chat. So basically, Joe. I'm heading to Cape Town. Stealth, dude. He's already crossed half of Africa, which we have to do in years' time. Right now, we are it's really not that bad, actually. 2 knots side wind. That's really, really nice. Almost in Namibia. So yeah, talking about other flights, my friends. And by the way, why is my my Sim Toolkit Pro is not Oh, that's because I have not started the flight. Yeah. There we go. That's a lot better. I just noticed that my information wasn't coming through. Yeah, that's a lot better. There we go. There we go. Now it's coming in. And the route should be working as well. It's basically a very, very simple route, as I said today. And it's kind of like yesterday. We took off from, we have our point where we are taking off, and that is that was Calabar, Nigeria. We just, well, I think we're about to leave Nigeria actually. So bye bye Nigeria. Thank you very much for the good vibes. It was a lot of fun. But we are leaving Nigeria and we are now headed towards Malabo Airport. That is Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima. And that is the capital of Equatorial Guinea. So yeah, it's really strange to fly over an island which has a large mainland part. And fun fact, actually, in Equatorial New Guinea, they're currently, or Equatorial Guinea, sorry, they're actually building a new capital in the middle of the country. So Malabo will no longer be the capital. It will be another city actually they're creating now in the jungle. From there we are flying towards, of course, São Tome and Principe, where we will be landing today. So yeah. And São Tome is actually one of the oldest colonies in Africa. It was founded in the 15th century by the Portuguese, of course, when they enslaved basically the local population. But yeah, it was discovered by the Portuguese in the 15th century, and from there they basically made it a complete colony. Portuguese is still the main language on São Tome. São Tome still has the main language, so yeah. So that's kind of interesting. Moving and grooving along, so that is good. We are going tomorrow, as I said, tomorrow we are going to fly. Let me see. Let me pull up the map. There we go. Edge browser, yep. There we go. Tomorrow we are going to take off from the Netherlands and fly all the way up north here to Finland. As you can see, we already flown there. Rovaniemi. This is the capital of Santa Town. So tomorrow will be the final stream. We are taking off from Amsterdam, flying over partly over Denmark, over Norway, Sweden, and then eventually we are landing in Rovaniemi. Tiny little airport, just a single strip. As you can see, just a single strip right there. Really, really, yeah, simple approach. ILS is on runway 21, so we will be coming from the south, from the north all the way down to the south. It's a really nice approach. Already figured out how you have to fly it, of course. We will be doing the entire programming of the plane and everything as we did with the fly-by-wire version. And from there we will be, you guys will see me do the flight plan, you guys will see me do all the programming of the MCDU, we're going to do the loading and everything, and then of course pushback, takeoff, etc, etc, etc. And there will be a giveaway. We will be giving away 2 keys for the Canary Islands version of Seafront Simulation. So that's going to be pretty cool actually. Let me show you guys what that is. There we go, and I have to copy this. Copy link. Yep. Nope. Redeem the hybrid buddy. I will redeem that. There we go. Let me see. There we go. Let's go. So we will be giving away 2 keys for the Vessels Canary Island version, which adds very, very nice vessels right there. Very cool ships. And on most of them, I think you can actually land as well. So these ships are are also available for landing. Actually, there is even a tiny little helipad right here on these ferries. It will actually add ferry traffic to the. It will add ferry traffic to the Canary Islands as well. So between the islands, you will start to see ferry traffic between them and stuff like that. Really cool, and you can win them. So yeah, Namibia landscape is so cool. I have no idea, buddy, but we're going to check it out. By the way, guys, I am actually still flying manually. It looks like I may be flying on autopilot, but I'm not. As you can see right here, there is no autopilot sign. I'm actually flying manually, but it's so nice weather. We haven't had this nice weather in a very long time. In a very long time. It's kind of amazing, actually. So Jamel is behind me in the 102, in the 208, as ever, as ever. There he is. We have Barbecue Beef, we have Mitch, Dog's Breath, and my chemistry right there in the Vision Jet. Very cool plane right there, the Vision Jet. Very nicely done. Very, it has a lot of extra features, which is really good. Which are really good. So yeah, I can truly recommend the Vision Jet. You can get it right now on the marketplace, of course, or I think you can buy it directly, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure. But right now, it should be good. You should be able to get it at least on the marketplace. I already got it because, let's face it, Emeka is a great fan of that thing and I needed to get it. So yeah, he would never forgive me if I didn't get it. So basically. So we are moving and grooving along. And of course, looking forward to the new year. A lot of new stuff coming up. We have, of course, the world updates that are coming out. Really interested in what it's going to be after New Zealand, because that will be the first world update that is coming out from Microsoft Flight Simulator team. They will be doing in conjunction with Orbex. They will be at least releasing a new digital elevation map for New Zealand. To be honest, I think that will be the digital elevation map that Orbix already has for New Zealand. Also, there will be a AAUI update. There will be now, of course, sim updates and AAUI updates. I'm not sure, because they actually said there will be only one sim update. To be honest, I think that's kind of strange. Sim update 12 was supposed to come out, I think, this month, but it will not surprise me if it will be moved to next month, as Asobo and Microsoft are usually taking the month off in December. So yeah, December is basically just nothing. They're still working, of course, on the on Sim Update 12 in the beta version, so that is available if you want to give that a go. The beta version, you can actually apply for that. Cool pics and clips in the highlights. I will be looking at that. We will be looking at that, buddy. Maybe we'll have a look at that later when we are actually flying towards São Tome from here. Later in the stream. Simrace Fly, how are you doing, buddy? And nothing coming now until next year. Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. Nothing until next year. They are working, of course, still on the beta version, the beta for Sim Update 12. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And with the extra time for Sim Update 12 now in beta, being used by the pilots and being tested, we might get one of the more stable releases for Sim Updates. So fingers crossed on that one. Yeah. WASM WASM support for Xbox, of course, which was supposed to release on 11 but is now pushed to 12. I'm not sure if they actually are going to release it as well. Fingers crossed for the Xbox users, because that will be great. Also, what's coming up next year, of course, is the new addition to the marketplace. The marketplace is actually getting not only the current marketplace as we have it with payware sellers, but we're getting freeware options as well. So there will be a payware section and a freeware section in the marketplace, both available for Microsoft for the PC version and the Xbox version. So that will be available on both sides, which is a good thing for the Xbox version, of course, because they do not have any access to great resources like FlightSim.to as we do on the PC. So that will be absolutely incredible if they can get that working. Of course, they're still working on weather updates and correcting that. I really hope they actually get the weather options working on commercial planes. It still has been very iffy on how that works, and it's basically not working at all right now. Would be great if they can get that to work. I'm hearing that the glider realism can use a little bit of a polish. Would not surprise me with the weather updates, because Sebastian was really pushing for weather. That the gliders will actually get a great update there as well. So that will be very interesting to watch in the coming months. Of course, also the helicopters, which are now have official support. Let's see how that pans out. Really looking forward to see how that is going to be a thing. As far as I can tell, I have not seen that many people flying helicopters, actually. They're not that popular, so yeah. Led Josen, I hope I'm saying this correctly. Lee Josen, I hope I'm saying it correctly, buddy. Welcome to the cabin crew. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend, and I hope you're enjoying yourself this Thursday. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing how these two new extra options are actually being implemented in Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course. Yeah. None of the streamers I follow on Twitch, on YouTube fly the helicopters. No one does. It's so weird. Simrace, it's really strange. I have seen in the past a few people flying along with us, but with helicopters. But yeah, somehow helicopters are just not really. And I thought it would be much more of a thing. Yeah. I'll be joining in the Vision Jet shortly. Excellent, buddy. If you need a flight plan, just ! flight plan, and you can download that straight from the Discord channel if you want, or just hop on. There you go, you can download it right there, no worries. So that's absolutely fine. I've been streaming alone in a helicopter. Really? You have? I love helicopters, but I have too many friends who fly with. True. That is absolutely true. Chewy flew one once or twice because Ini Builds released a helipad scenery for California. Other than that, I see nothing. No, I know. And the weird thing is, Simrace, I own, for instance, quite a lot of stuff from Seafront Simulations. I know that in Seafront Simulations is working on, you can actually, if you own the Hawaii vessel version, and now, of course, the current release with Canary Islands, you can actually land on ships that are moving, you can land on them. I know that Two-Tone Murphy tried to land with the, what's it called, the Osprey. He tried to land an Osprey on a moving ship, but that was on a regular moving tanker, and they are not yet converted, so you can land on them yet. At least that's what Seafront actually told me, because I chat with him quite a lot, actually. So that is coming out, but if you could land them on ships, that is an option. So that could be very challenging if you like to fly something like that. But all in all you see, what you see on for instance, Twitch or YouTube actually, is people flying commercial. GA flying. You can hardly see people GA flying, and it's not that popular, to be honest. I mean, I'm one of the smaller channels there, and I've been around for quite a while, but you know, it's really strange that most people actually just enjoy flying commercial. While I have to say, getting up in the air, you know, it's a lot of fun, but it's commercial flying, in my opinion, is 9 times out of 10 and 2 hours planning and taking off, 2 to 3 hours doing basically nothing, and then 5 minutes panic while landing. That's it. That's basically it. So yeah. Red Wings Simulation is a dev that has quite a few heliport sceneries. Too for those that like to fly helicopters. Well, that's a good tip actually. Do you have a link for that, Red Wing? Or is that something? Are they available on the marketplace, SimRace? Are they? It could be. So few GA, it's sad, like Chad. Red card right there. For those that are new here, by the way, obtaining a red card is a mark of honor. You're not being sent off the pitch. It's a mark of honor. Make a good dad joke, a lame joke, a funny reference. You will get a red card. Super Typhon, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Wow, thanks. You're absolutely welcome, buddy. But yeah, I prefer the jets and the prop planes. Yeah, well, it all comes down to preference, of course. Yeah. What server are you on? There you go. It's just ask, and ye shall receive. Southeast Asia, and it's funnily enough, it's kind of weird because I live near Amsterdam, so West Europe would be the obvious choice. But server stability is still a thing, and especially if you're a streamer and you have a large group of people flying along, Southeast Asia is the most stable server. I don't know why. It has the highest ping, and it is the most stable server. It's really strange. I think Red Wings Dev has stuff in the marketplace. Ah, excellent. And Sim Market. Yeah, but Sim Market is just excellent. It's absolutely excellent, you know. Basically, if you cannot find it on the marketplace, Sim Market has it. So, yeah. We serve to live. Indeed, buddy. Indeed. Yes. All right, my friends. We are actually, by the way, nearing the airport. We are nearing the airport that we are going to do a touch and go on. Oh, my. Well, put your seats in an upright position, babies. We are coming in for our landing. We are coming in hot. Actually. Ha! That's funny. All right, Malabo Airport. Yes. Malabo Airport, that is where we are now about to land. That's going to be a thing. All right. Let's see if we can actually pull up the charts for Malabo. We're not doing high-end routes. That makes no sense. No thanks. There we go. All right, let's see if we can find Malabo Airport. Malabo Airport should be, if I am not mistaken, Foxtrot Sierra. So that's Foxtrot Sierra. No. Foxtrot Sierra. And that is Golf Lima. Golf Lima. Lima. Enter. Interesting. There's no airport here, it says. DC, how are you doing, buddy? So it does not show any airports here. Maybe if I type in Malabo. For Golf Sierra Lima. Ah, yeah, okay, so. Whoops. Ah, nice to hear, buddy. Nice to hear. Congratulations, congratulations. So we're doing a approach on runway 22. There is an ILS, actually. So we can... We have to make a little bit of a turn. And we can do an approach on 1800 feet. So we're heading down. I'm now going to put the mixture to full. Because we are actually going to do a nice approach on Malabo. And we are going to descend. Go. Throttle back. All right, guys. This is the first chance to actually do a predict. So exclamation mark predict and then the minus. How much just landed in Cape Town. That's just weird. So get your predictions in, my friend. Get your predictions in. 69. Who did it? Jamel. Yep, Jamel caught it right there. Caught it right there. All right, let's see if we can actually make something like this work. Now, the airport should be to the left of me. I am going to zoom in a little bit on the... that should give me a little bit of reference right there. I can see a few of the... if you... Well, actually, you can't see that. But if you watch the... watch the screen right there, the MFD, you can actually see that there are a few waypoints there that we are going to focus on. I'm going to try and hit about 1800 feet. So we are now quite nicely at the level that we want to hit. Trying to maintain that right now. And then let's see if we can come in for a nice approach. Up a little bit. There we go. So about, yeah, that's about what we want. Quick, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you can bust a -40 in the fog, this will be child's play. That's true. How that happened yesterday, I still haven't got a single clue there. I still haven't got a single clue. -40 in fog. Yeah. That was unexpected, but fun. Unexpected. All right, throttling back a little bit. We should be landing there somewhere. Yep, over there. It was a floater. Yes, it was. It is cold out there. Is it? 23 degrees Celsius outside, so that should be good. All right. There, we should be going over there somewhere. Yeah. Slowly coming in for a turn, about 1900 feet. Actually, what we could do is if we go to, we have 109.7. So if I go to, set the standby to 1097. Enter. Then we go over to our CDI. Bingo. There we go. So now what we have down here is actually the ILS set for the approach. That should make our life a whole lot easier. And now it's 1600 feet, might be a little bit too low, but that's fine. Actually, I am too low because you can see the glide slope already. So I should be at 1800 feet, so I'm leveling out a little bit right now. I'm actually going to throttle back and leveling out, because what we need to do, of course, is we are going to go to flaps 2. Officially, we should be on flaps 3, but that's a little bit too slow. Just for touch and go, it's just, you know, we're doing a touch and go. All right, 80 knots, flaps 2. Throttle up a little bit, because that will slow us down quite considerably. Expecting the... I'm expecting the green line in the middle. If you look at the... yep, there it comes. There it comes. So now we're going to do the turn right there. 35 degrees angle. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. There we are. That's it. All right. Landing lights are still on. There's always a discussion, turning your landing lights on, turning them off, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. There's always a discussion about that. Cold doesn't bother me too much. I go to 14C overnight. True. Oh, most of them I have not actually, because I have not flown there yet, Joe. But there's a good chance we will touch each and every of those airports. To be honest, we have landed on so many airports already. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know exactly how many. But at least 180. 180 airports we already flown to. So, yeah, considerable more. And we haven't flown even around the world yet. All right. Coming in for a landing right there. We can now see the runway doing a touch and go. Once we've done that touch and go, we will be taking off again and heading straight out towards São Tome en Principe. I prefer to sleep a bit cooler. Well, in our case, actually, we always sleep with our door open. Our bedroom door is always open. Not kidding. Even when it's freezing, we have our bedroom door open. And we have the heater off. We like the fresh air. All right, my friends. 8 days, it was mega fun. Yeah, but it's Joe. It's always a lot of fun actually. To of course you are redeeming it right now. Final sip, by the way, my friends. Final sip. Now, as you can see, we will be quite nicely getting onto the approach right here. Nice. Oh, and by the way, Navigraph is going to update this inbuilt add-on that they have. They're going to upgrade it to the exact same version as the external version. They're testing it right now, so that's nice. Weather is clearing up nicely. I really can't sleep with the bedroom window open. There's a bus stop across the street. Yeah, that will do it. Yeah, we're sleeping next to a park. So, the worst thing I hear at night are actually owls. In the middle of the city where I live, we have freaking owls. And they usually sit outside of the tree right in front of my window. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Thank you very, very much there for that sub, Amica. Dude, you don't have to do that, guys. You're a mod. You don't have to sub. You just have to say, hey, Shoni, renew that. Dude. But thank you. I truly appreciate it. And by the way, Amica is here. Woohoo. Renew that. Yeah, too late, dude. How the hell do I renew that right now? How the hell do I renew that right now? Really? Honestly? Honestly, but I'm happy you're here, brother. I'm happy you're here. All right, my friends. I'm a little bit low, but that's fine. Everyone is doing excellent right now. We're this is basically today's last is the last flight on the 172 for this year. This year we're picking it up next year in January. We are continuing. Station Arctic. Who is Station Arctic? Who is that? All right. Is that GTS Aviation? Wow. Ooh. I'm so happy, actually, I could link my name to Station RTC. Oh, that could be. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're probably right, yeah. You're Station RTC. You're absolutely right. Oh, no. Oh, that's horrible. Jamal, thank you very much for those biddies, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that's a hefty side wind right there. My friends, coming in for a landing. And we're doing a touch and go now, eh? We're doing a touch and go. Keep that in mind. Touch and go. Yep. Come on. That's a good one. There we go. Minus 21. Fly along. We are now at currently Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima. Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima. I just did a minus 21 right there. Oh yeah, baby. Minus 21. That's butter if there was anything. It was an absolute, yeah, it was basically a smooth kiss on the runway, followed by its immediate takeoff. Thanks very much there, DC. 200 bits from you as well. You're absolute legend. Absolute legend. 21. Come on, guys. It does not beat my my Innsbruck landing. I have to say, the -2, if you remember that, my friends. -2. Your flight club will be well pleased, indeed. Yeah, indeed. Yes. Yes, I'm practicing very soft landings for the missus. Yeah, she doesn't like hard landings. So, yeah. Alright, switching back to GPS right now. I am also doing the autopilot, setting that to nav again. I'm not activating the autopilot. I don't do that. We don't fly there. Yes! Yes, the final sip is done. Guys, I expect you to let me drink hot coffee, not cold. It's cold. It's cold. Around the world, essentially in a Cessna 172. Steve. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm not kidding. I'm absolutely not kidding. All right. To show that we are not kidding, Steve. For those that are new here, yeah, this. Because reasons. Because we can. Because we have the time. We've already flown around Europe, and there is actually an extra. Let's see if I can find that. There it is. This is the world trip around Europe, or the trip around Europe. We started off in the Netherlands, and each leg, actually, if you click that, you actually get a flight. You can actually get the flight plan, but also a link to the YouTube channel where we actually did the flight. So I'm not kidding; it's actually there. That was Europe, and now we are currently have flown all the way over Northern Africa, and we are now in this area right here. We still need to do all these countries right here. Yes, it's continuous. It's absolutely continuous, buddy. Yeah. It's absolutely continuous. So it means that we need to cross Asia, we need to cross the Middle East, we need to cross Australia and New Zealand. Of course, we need to fly over towards North and South America. I'm going to fly to not only to America, but I'm also going to fly to every single state in America as well. So yeah, there's a lot of still to go, yeah. Except when hippos are involved. Don't mention the hippos! Yeah, 6 years. I'm not kidding. This is my stream for 6 years. Where people are flying me by left and right. Wildlife, exactly. Wildlife, that's the one. That's the one. And anyone can fly along, by the way. This is an open flight. We have people here like Dog's Breath. We have Barbecue Beef. Station RTC is right now with us. Jamel has been flying with us for a very long time. You absolutely insane idiot bastards that you are. It's absolutely amazing. Just be careful because is a pretty close to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Oh well, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I am flying to each and every single country in the world. If I land, I will be taking off from that position the next time, unless, and this is very important, I actually crash due to my own stupidity. With the PETA landing, the wildlife landing that you see there, if you click on that link, you will get the clip of me actually crashing into the rhinos that I was watching. Yeah. But you guys have actually chosen save points, and these save points, they actually make sure that I need to, if I crash, I have to go to a save point. It's kind of like a penalty, you know. It's if I do something absolutely stupid, you guys can give me that penalty, and yeah, it means that I have to do that flight. I have to fly from a save point that you guys chosen. Currently, it's still Casablanca, and from Casablanca, then I have to fly in a straight line to my final flight. In this case, that will be Calabar in Nigeria, and from there take off and do the entire flight again. So that leg I have to redo. It's just a way to keep me sharp, keep me on my toes, and make sure I don't do anything stupid. Now, 9 times out of 10, it is of course a scenery flight. We're just watching the scenery fly by, doing it low and slow. We're currently at 4,000 feet. Usually at 3,000 feet, something like that, you know. But yeah, there are periods where we need to go up. In the Alps, for instance, we went up to about 14, 15,000 feet, something like that. Yeah, some dedication. The 747, I could never do that in a 172. Yeah, you're dedicated to the 747. Yeah, it's you know, the thing is there, Steve. It's hydrate misfire. Sorry! There you go, hydrate. There you go. But in my case, I just wondered what, if it was possible to actually, no, let me start over. When I flew, when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, it looked absolutely amazing. I mean, come on, look at this. This is out of the box. It looks brilliant. It looks so freaking good. It looks so good. So when this came out, we actually, I kind of wanted to figure out if it was possible to fly to every, to fly around the world in a Cessna 152. Well, if you Google on YouTube, or if you Google or you do YouTube, you find enough people who actually did that. So yeah, that's a thing. Now, having said that, I figured that, okay, that's cool, so people can actually do that. Of course, you should be able to do that in Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. Well, the answer is yes, of course you can. Hey, John Twitch, good to see you, buddy. Settle in, join the fun. We're now flying over Malabo. We're flying, actually, we're flying over Equatorial New Guinea. This is an island. And part of the mainland that's on the other side, actually. So yeah, I started out basically flying, seeing if it was possible to fly to every single country in the world. So I started to do a flight plan, did it in SkyVector verse. Yeah, that basically killed my SkyVector. The flight plan should be somewhere on SkyVector still, by the way. And the rough sketch that you can actually see on what I just showed you on Google Maps, that I created that in SkyVector verse actually. So it was from all the airports that they have available in SkyVector. Now once I did that, I was like, okay, so we can actually go to every single country in the world. The 152 was just a little bit too short on range. The 152 has like a range of 400 nautical miles. And the 172, the standard glass version, this version, is capable of doing about 700 nautical miles, just short of it. So yeah, it's. We even saw a live active volcano. We did, yeah, we did when we flew over Palma. So yeah. So it's. SkyVector went, are you insane? That's not a flight plan, that's a geography lesson. Yeah, basically, yeah. It took about 10 minutes to load the original plan in SkyVector. I'm not kidding. And I'm on a fast internet connection and a fast PC. The original plan takes about 10 minutes to load, I'm not kidding. And then you still should be lucky if you're crashing or not. It's hanging in there. Hey, Stealth Wolf now back in the F-18, no longer in the Dark Star right there. But yeah, it's. You should add Antarctica into there. Steve, come on, come, Steve, come. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. You're going to say it's in there, isn't it? Yeah, it's right there. The flight is right there. I'm not kidding. This should be doable in a 172. The only thing, Steve, the only thing, are you sitting down? The only thing is, there is a caveat. There is a very, very big caveat. And we discovered that caveat when we were flying in Norway and Sweden and Finland during this period of the year. The 172 does not have any de-icing. I've flown down to Antarctica in the 737 MAX. Oh, wow, dude. Yeah, but, yeah. This plane does not have any de-icing. So, if I fly in freezing conditions through a cloud, I turn into a popsicle. Yay! Interesting. So, that's a thing. North and South Pole both in there is my guess. Yeah. Well, the North Pole basically not, because we're landing on Greenland, but yeah. Yeah, on a dry day. Yeah, definitely on a dry day. But then again, it's all down to the flight plan. I'm hoping that I can actually reach that somehow, or do a lot of cloud dodging. When we flew in Norway, actually, we were flying through the fjords from all the way to the top of Norway, all the way along the coastline and the fjords, all the way down south. 90% out of the time, I had to do a lot of cloud dodging. If I went into a cloud, I was sweating. I was physically sweating. I'm flying a flight simulator, a simulator. Nothing will happen if it crashes. I will not die. I'm fine, you know. I just get off my chair and walk away. All good. Still, I was physically sweating. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How? There were periods when I actually had... when I started flying this, I had no flying experience. None. Zilch. I mean, Steve, and this goes for everyone else who's just here, I mean... That's there for a reason, trust me, it's there for a reason. Pilot's an idiot, so yeah. You're going to need extra fuel tank like that, dude. We ferried the 172, yeah, but the Honolulu thing, that's an exception actually. We cannot fly, yeah, well, officially, of course, someone flew recently a Cessna 172 all the way down towards, from I think LA to Honolulu. Which is mind-blowing to me. I mean, why would you spend that much time in a plane, in a single-engine plane over open water? That's 2,800 nautical miles, I'm not kidding. But yeah, I'm going to ferry it out in an A320. Yeah, basically. Yeah, Northern Carolina. I mean, we're the deepest respect. And I mean, it's absolutely amazing when someone does that to me. But yeah. 18 hours, good lord, yeah. He had a special suit as well, didn't he? Yeah. During my real flying period, I experienced a full clouds in NOSEC, despite of the fact all weather forecasts predicted cavalry. We stayed calm, made a 180 and out of the clouds. Never panic. I know, right? I know, unless you make a 180 and you're back into the clouds that you just tried to avoid. So it's, if there are clouds everywhere, it becomes kinda scary, yeah. There was a guy that spent a month in a C-152. Yeah, I've seen that. You need to wear immersion suits when you fly over the water for that long. Yeah, you do. And he did, and it was like, there was... I mean, basically, the entire Cessna 172 was completely rebuilt, and it was just one flying gas tank. It was insane. I mean... You can fly about 5.5 hours, 5 to 6 hours max in this 172. So that's about all you can get, 6 hours. It means it had to have 3 times the amount of fuel you normally have. And that means you have to take off with that thing, with that amount of fuel. I mean, you are carrying around a lot of weight. A lot of weight. That's insane for a tiny little plane like that. In the Navy, we call them pumpkin suits. Yeah, they actually look like that. Yeah. We call them here in Europe, we call them like Michelin Man suits. You know, we have the Michelin Man, or it's like the Stay Puft guy. Kind of like that. I don't understand why they could take the wings off and shove the shipping container. The thing was, DC, they could do that, but because of the shipping prices, it was actually more expensive to ship it in a container than actually fly it, refurbish it and fly it out there. Did not want because open doors for issues. I think it had to do with shipping prices at that time. To be honest, I thought that was what it was. So yeah, it's. By the way, guys, I'm sorry for the slurping noise, but it's actually a Arab bottle, which is really air up. Not sponsored, but it's just water with a taste on there. So, and this is just air. So it's very healthy. Let me see. That's a law that mandates ships traveling between the U.S. states must be U.S. flagged and have U.S. crews. Really? Cool volcano here. Where, buddy? Right there, I think. Yeah. Right there. Hey, that actually does look nice. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. And he's off. Shoney's off again. Let's give it a little bit more power, a little bit more trim, because we need to climb. But we're going to check out that volcano right there. I believe it was a combo of both, because I remember hearing somewhere the school varies of all their aircraft because they don't want to rebuild them, because it could have issues, especially because the C-172 was brand new. Yeah, there was something like that, yeah. There was something like that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks pretty right there. You're right. There's the caldera right there. So we are now climbing. You can actually see there's a stream running down as well. Tiny little gems like that. Oh, and actually, I think, yeah, we're going to fly straight into the caldera. Aha. All right, let's climb up a little bit. Trim it up. Trim it up. As you can see, I'm still not on autopilot, so yep. Let's check out that volcano right there. Who was flying next to me? That's Stealth. That is Stealth. By the way, Stealth, if you use the Warrior mod, the Warrior mod that you can get from flightsim.to, it will actually, you can turn on smoke behind your plane. Yeah, and it will show up on the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for the delay, but the pilot wants to go sightseeing. Exactly. You guys know me. I mean, I've never flown in a straight line, ever. I plan, I go all over the place. That's just the way, that's the way, we like it. Casey and the Sunshine Band. And for those that do not know that reference, that's Mike Myers right there. So, yeah. All right. Let's trim up a little bit more. Let's go to 7% right there. Yeah. I'm walking in sunshine. It's better. I'm walking on sunshine. Wow. And trying to feel good. Yeah. Susie and the Banshees. Exactly. There you go. Whoop, whoop. Light us up. A bit of a shame of the cloud right there, but hey, it looks absolutely stunning. Let's see if we don't... yeah, this is going to be an interesting... this is going to be interesting. We still have a little bit of a margin right there. We still have a little bit of margin. Synchro! Yeah! Putting in huge effort there, buddy. Oh, we're still going. We're still going strong. We're still going strong. Yes, we are. Oh, this is going to be kind of interesting. To be honest, I now need to climb out of the caldera. I think I made a mistake. I think I may have made a mistake. It looks absolutely awesome. But I may have made a tiny mistake. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I may have made a mistake. It's going to be interesting how to get out of this. Yep. All right. Let's see if we can find our way out. This is working. This is working. It's absolutely fine. There you go. As long as we have our entrance and exit point, we should be good, right? Predicts crash. Whew. Nope, we made it. We made it. We made it. There we go. That was actually pretty close, but it's pretty cool. Actually, look at that. Exit stays left, exactly. Exit stays left. Uh-huh. And we're off. Nice find there, Jamel. Nice find. Excellent. And I almost made a boo-boo. I almost made a boo-boo. But that's the beauty of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can do stupid stuff like this. And I mean, it still holds true. It still holds true. It still holds true. A boo-boo. Speaking of silly maneuvers, man down, people. Man down. It's an official F this time. It's an official F. Stealth Wolf just parked himself into the caldera. Yeah, unintentionally. So, yeah. Upside down, it's quite scenic. There we go. F for Stealth Wolf right there. Yep. Well played, sir. Well played. All right, my friends, getting back on track right here. Let's make sure I don't overspeed. So yeah, we can actually lean the mixture again and make sure that I don't overspeed. Can't wait till you have to fly through the Himalayas, the Rockies, or the Andes. Actually, it was kind of interesting flying through the Alps already. I can tell you that. That was already a lot of fun. That was an interesting flight, to say the least. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to flying through the Andes. Actually, I mean, that will be at the top of what this plane is capable of. Himalayas, Andes, it's going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. Tried to take off from Cusco in a C310, didn't work. Didn't work? Why not? Should. You're lucky if you can climb over them. Well, Steve, to be honest, I'm hoping to dodge and dip and dive, mostly. Dodge, dip and dive, yeah. That's it. Oh, good lord. Why am I still... Whew! Here I'm doing... I was almost in the red. I was almost in the red. Holy jeez. I was trimmed all the way down to 3%. Minus 3% actually. Cusco is at 10k. Ooh, yeah, we're going to have to see how that works out. I nearly ripped my own wings off. Oh, that was a thing. Taking the 747-200 into Cusco and La Paz. Nice. Steve, I'm really hoping that PMDG will bring out the 747 as well. I really am hoping that we see planes like the 777, the 747, of course, that we see them that PMDG is going to release those planes. I mean, I'm really, really hoping that that we will have a lot of fun with those planes. Let's go to 4% trim. That's a little bit more steady. I want to climb back to 3,000 feet. Can't wait to see you fly to Bogota. Yeah. Steve, Bogota, that's at, I believe 12,000 feet or something like that. Bogota is really high, isn't it? Colombia. Yeah. Yeah. 17,000 feet. Eight and a half thousand feet elevation with 17,000 feet, surrounded by 17,000 feet peaks. That's going to be a lot of tricky navigation right there, Steve. It's going to be ducking and diving and weaving in and out. Yeah. We kind of had to do the same thing in the Alps. And I pushed this plane up to about 15,000 feet, something like that. But that's basically bring your own oxygen territory. So that was a thing. Bring your own oxygen. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The bottom of South America is probably the worst weather. And no wonder sailors would not voyage there. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. As we say in the, I think it's called Cape de Goede Hoop in the Netherlands. Cape Good Hope. Getting in easy, getting out with all the extra cocaine is hard. DC, funny, but a red card. Is that, we're not doing it low and slow then, DC. We're doing a low and blow run. Huh? Get it? Sorry. Red card for me as well. Yeah, red card for me as well. There you go. Bogota is fun in the 747. I'm doing the turnout of Bogota tomorrow in the 747-400. Ooh, nice. Nice. As in real life, Steve, or as in simulator? Alright, my friends, we just left Sim. Yeah, okay. Are you using the salty mode? To be honest, on the 747, because let's face it, currently the 747, yeah, it's not far from perfect. Let's just say it's not far from study level, even. So yeah, and I'm really, really hoping that PMDG is coming out with the 747. I think they are. I think the next version will be the after this. The 737 series is... Oh, PMDG. In prepared. Yeah, okay. So yeah. Then you're flying study level. Yeah, exactly. But, Steve, and I've asked this a few people who are very into flying prepared currently. If you could actually get your hands on a PMDG 747 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, would you switch? Would you switch from prepared to Microsoft Flight Simulator? I'm really interested in this. And 9 times out of 10 I get the answer back, yes, I would. But a lot of actual... the thing is, I think that most current commercial pilots who are flying simulated in prepared are still there because they do not own the original plane, the plane they love to fly in prepared in Microsoft Flight Simulator yet, because there is no study level version of it. Only if Flight Sim 2020 fixes their ground dynamics and fixes their weather radar app. Yeah, the weather radar is indeed a thing. Yeah, I agree. They have to start and fix that. I absolutely agree. It's becoming really annoying right now, yeah. But to be honest, I think that is kind of what Sebastian was hinting on during the last developers update that they did. I really think they were really trying to push the weather API for weather radar API for that. As long as you don't care about looking out the windows prepared and explain are fine. That's true. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Other than, of course, DC, you have to invest a lot of money for those study level planes. Because those study level planes in either prepared or X-Plane 11 aren't cheap compared to, for instance, the study level plays that you can now get in Microsoft Flight Simulator, like, for instance, the 737 series or the Phoenix A320, for that matter, or of course the what's it called? There are a few more. The 145 Bay, the Bay 145, and a few more. Yeah. But yeah, not bragging. I have 2,300 hours in the 744, 748 type in the sim. It's really the only plane I fly, and I really only fly one airline. Well, but that's the thing, Steve, and that's what I find so cool about the flight sim community. It's on the one hand, you have everyone has to their own flies to their own taste what they like. And what I mean by that is exactly Bay 146. Yeah, exactly, the Bay 146. You're right. Don't worry there, Dog's Breath. Thank you very much as always for being here, buddy. Won't see you tomorrow as my 172 wasn't able to keep up. That's true. Yeah, without a lot of slewing. You're right. Thank you very much. You have a Merry Christmas, Dog's Breath. And you have a great New Year. I will see you then again back next year. Yeah, next year. In early January. Early January. But yeah. Do you have a Sky Vector link? I don't. I don't actually. Well, I may have, Jamel. I may have. I will send it to you personally. I will send it to you. The thing is that... That's for you, DC. The thing is that... everyone has their own only to the next waypoint. The next waypoint is actually our landing destination. That is, if you do exclamation mark route, ta-da! It's Foxtrot Papa Sierra Tango. That is the airport that we're heading for. Oh no, actually, sorry, it's actually Papa Romeo. Papa Romeo, that's the one. Papa Romeo is where we are headed for now. That's the VOR, no, the NBD actually. It's an NBD. I'm not kidding. Yeah, it's an NBD. Yeah, it is. Exactly, yeah. There wasn't a VOR in the area actually. But come, dude. Coming back to your remark there, Steve. The thing is that everyone has their own. It's a very diverse community. Absolutely, exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make here. The thing is that it's absolutely diverse. In my case, I am one of the few GA pilots that's actually still streaming. I think there are only like 3 or 4 out there left. Most of them are now on commercial, and each commercial pilot has their own preference for their plane, and that's actually pretty cool because you start to learn how to become one with the plane. You know, you're fully immersed into. Yeah, it's two-tone goes back and forth. There, as I said, there are a few out there who are still very committed to GA, but they're not that many actually. DC, they're not that many. I would fly more GA, but I don't have enough space for. Flight Simulator 20. Yeah, Flight Simulator 2020 is big. Yeah. However, Steve, I have to say this. Since update 6, they actually cut the amount of space you actually need to fly the standard version in half. So it's about 90 gigabytes right now. Which is still a lot, but it's 90 gigabytes without the world updates. So if you do not install the world updates, or just install selected updates, you can cut down the amount of installation by quite a lot. In my case, I have it fully installed, and the total installation is about 250 gigabytes. And which isn't that much different, by the way, from, for instance, Call of Duty. Just saying. And the community folder is growing quite quickly. Yeah, it is. But yeah, has its own 2 terabyte. Yeah, in my case, I have a lot of actually. Yeah, I hear people going back and forth on Salty a lot, quite actually. But to be honest, hey, it's free, and I appreciate what they're doing. So yeah. So yeah. And I don't think it has been updated regularly. But yeah, if you enjoy it, that's fine. Exactly. But that's the thing. That's the thing, DC. To each their own, you know. To each their own. And that's the beauty of Microsoft Flight Simulator. To be honest, I'm not sure how long Salty is going to be interesting, though. Considering that working title is now starting to update all the planes that are coming with either the standard or the premium version. So we are now seeing, of course, next month is coming the first AAUI update from working title, where they're not only working on the G530, G430 from Garmin, they're also working on the G3000 from Garmin, but they're also going to update the Longitude and the CJ4. So these are planes that are actually getting a more love right now. So it's yeah, maybe they're actually going to work on the current 747 that is now also, of course, available in Microsoft Flight Simulator itself. It would not surprise me, as they are also working on the TBM. Things I think are coming really soon is an update, for instance, for the Caravan as well. I think that's also very much up for yeah. Working title is working quite on that. So yeah, Salty has SimBrief uplink in the working title won't. But to be honest, Ashley, does working title actually have an update for the C4 for the 747? I don't think they did they? WT is working title, Steve. That's working title is one of the partners of Microsoft Flight Simulators. They are, for instance, responsible for the NXI mod that you see right here. So the G1000 has been fully updated towards a point where it's now actually working exactly the same as it is in Microsoft Flight Simulator, or in real life. So if I, for instance, press the flight plan here, you have all the options right there. Everything is working. The menu, everything is working. So it's, yeah. And working title is now also working on all the other Garmin suites, but they're also working on upgrading the integrated features for premium planes as well. So we're going to have to wait and see how it works out. And don't get me wrong, I mean, Salty is I think what Salty is doing is commendable, but it's still a mod. It's still just a mod. It's a mod of an original plane, and yeah, you know, it's. I commend them for what they're doing. I'm not sure, however, that it's going to be. I think that PMDG will be overtaking them quite soon, to be honest. Yeah. We still have with us R34 V-Spec Nur. Who is R34 V-Spec Nur in the chat? Please, if you are flying along, say hello in the chat. So yeah. True. Flying by wire was a mod of the original plane. That is true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's based on basically the A320 that came with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So yeah. Stationair TC we have there. Jamel is flying along with us as well, of course. Barbecue Beef in the distance right there. He sped ahead of us while we were checking out the caldera of the volcano and nearly crashed into the side. So yeah. PMDG will be getting it correctly. Hopefully they screwed a few things up with the 737. I've heard. Yeah, but they're bringing out regular updates. So it's... that's you! Ginger Freckles! Excellent! R34 Spec Nur. I have to... Ginger, I will be asking your name from now and from time to time. I keep forgetting names, so that's not you. That's just me and my... starting dementia, basically. But yeah, it's is Nur for Nürburgring? I don't know. You might think, yeah. Who knows? The Skyline R34, probably, yeah. But yeah, it's. I think, to be honest, that that PMDG will be coming out with the 747. Although I do think that they are going to launch the 7. I believe they're launching the 777 first. So that is coming up next, the 777, and after that, I'm not sure if they're moving on towards the 787 and doing the 747 last or doing it before. But I know they're doing the entire range of the 700 series of Boeing. So PMDG is fully dedicated to bringing out all the Boeing airplanes, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, yeah. Well, they're thing about PMDG, they do update things if it's broken. I don't entirely think that PMDG issues as it is the SIM issue, because PMDG gets all their data refs from Boeing. Yeah. You're absolutely right there, Steve. The thing is that Western Digital Red, I'd say. Yeah, Western Digital Red drives, DC. This is, by the way, storage talk. Western Digital Red. Nur is for Nürburgring, and it's reference to the Skyline GTR. I chose the name about 20 years ago. Yeah, we usually get stuck with the names we've chosen a long time. True. I heard it's the 737 that either 777 or 747, then 777X. Yeah, something like that. I believe it. You're absolutely right there, Steve. You're absolutely right. I think so. That's exactly what I heard. But they're not that open about what's coming up next. It would be great if they actually had like a timeline or something like that. You know, a roadmap. That would be good. So yeah. Yeah, don't touch Captain Sim. Don't touch it. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, Captain Sim may have been all right in prepared there, Steve, but do not touch him with in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah. Yeah. There is a whole lot of controversy about Captain Sim. Yeah. Oh, I believe that it's decent on prepared. I believe that it's so. But the way Captain Sim actually entered Microsoft Flight Simulator, he couldn't have done it in a worse way. Yeah. He could not have done this in a worse way. And it basically, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it completely trashed his reputation. So yeah. So that's yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's just a stock 747 with a new external model. Apparently, yeah. That's what I heard as well. It's basically what they did, what Captain Sim did, though, was they took the original models from that were implemented from Microsoft Flight Simulator and just reskinned them and then resold them. That's basically what they did. I mean, I think that even the cockpit of the 747 was implemented in their version. It was absolutely pretty horrible. And then they actually had the controversy with the liveries, where people were creating liveries and they claimed they owned ownership to their liveries. So they did a takedown notice on all the liveries that people were creating for Captain Sim planes. And they then wanted to resell those liveries on their own created storefront. It was, yeah, there was a whole thing about that. That was a whole thing about it. But I think calling it a scam is wrong, because you know what they're buying, and you buy literally tells people. Yeah, well, at that time, the thing was, Steve, the thing was that Captain Sim actually, because Microsoft Flight Simulator was so new, a lot of people who were actually entering Microsoft Flight Simulator were not familiar with Captain Sim and their stuff. So they did not know what was going on, actually. It was all kind of very new. And a lot of people were actually introduced to Microsoft Flight Simulation with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's, I think there is I think that's where they went wrong. If they just simply would have been honest about it and did not do actually the livery thing, it may have turned out not as bad as their reputation currently is in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But right now, they completely trashed their reputation. So yeah. Captain Sim always had their own model systems. Their systems were just the 747, and yes, delivery thing was terrible. Exactly, yeah. They should not have done delivery thing. They should not have done delivery thing. That was pretty bad. To be honest, that was pretty bad. I mean, I can even forgive them for reskinning. Basically, I can forgive them for that. I mean, they weren't that expensive, those planes, and well, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I mean, I who am I to say where you should spend your money on? But the whole livery thing, that was handled very, very badly. So yeah, and it's basically the reason why Captain Sim's reputation is went quickly down the drain. It's one of the major problems I have with the marketplace. If a Sobo wants to have a walled garden on Xbox, fine, but they need to carefully curate what's there. Yes, I kind of agree with you right there, DC. I kind of agree with you right there. I mean, they are basically responsible for what's coming on the marketplace, and yeah, I mean, let's face it. They were open to a lot of trash, especially at the start. At the start of Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah, there was a lot of trash coming onto the marketplace. It's becoming a lot better these days because, first of all, most of the flight simmers that were new at that time, 2 years ago, now are starting to become more experienced and more learned about what's going on X-Plane, what's going on Prepared. People are branching out and looking and seeing what's over the fence, you know, and they want the same quality as that. And of course, with the releases of, for instance, SimWorks Studios, who are doing excellent jobs, the thing like PMDG coming out with great planes right now, the Phoenix A320, which is really, really good. Yeah, you can actually see that a lot of people are now expecting more and more quality and leaving the trash alone. So it's harder and harder actually to actually release crappy planes because people the bar is being raised quickly. The bar is being raised quickly. So yeah. I still agree that this Captain Sim 777 is not great, obviously. And Prepared, they were okay, and they have always been known for their visual models, but I know that in the Prepared, their 767 is not hot. A lot of the autopilot systems aren't done correctly, and a lot of the buttons start in their emergency positions or are not in the shutdown state. This info came from the actual Atlas Air 767 pilot, who also flies the flight sim. I have never touched Captain Sim other than their 1011 in Prepare. Yeah, but exactly, you know, the thing is that it all comes down to choice. It all comes down to choice and what's, you know, what. It's all up to you. If you want to fly that, go fly that. You know, it's your money, it's not mine. So yeah, you know, it's absolutely fine. And if you enjoy a Captain Sim plane, hey, only the better. You know, only the better. I mean, don't get me wrong. So yeah, DC the L1011. We all know it's coming. One way or another, it's going to come. It's going to come. You know, all the planes that we now currently already own, that people own in X-Plane 11, or 12 for that matter, or for instance in Prepared, we all know that all these planes will be coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just takes time, and that's the thing. We're talking about flight simulators that have been around. For years and years. I mean, I think, how old is Prepared right now? 14 years old, I think. And I think X-Plane 11 has been around for the last 8 years even. So this has been around for just 2 years, and a lot of the developers actually had to build all the planes up from the ground up actually in Microsoft Flight Simulator again. So that's the reason why it took so long to actually implement things like, for instance, PADG coming out with the at that time the DC-6 and then followed by the 737 series, for instance. So yeah, it has taken quite a while actually to come out all. So yeah, actually what I can do is, and we ship, there we go. There we go. Jamal right there. X-Plane has been around since early 2000, but didn't really break to commercial point until 10. Yeah, exactly, Steve. So this has been a simulator that has been around for at least 10 to at least 20 years, of course, and has been growing its community after well, the demise, I wouldn't say, of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but after Microsoft Flight Simulator stopped basically doing things 14 years ago, yeah. I started my serious flight sim career in X-Plane 11. Yeah, but most pilots actually did, and also most pilots actually invested a lot of money in X-Plane or in Prepared. I mean, sceneries. Let's face it, buying a scenery in X-Plane is not cheap. If you want to do a world update scenery, you can easily spend 500-600 euros or dollars for that matter, quite easily. And that's now the beauty of, I think, of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, currently we don't have much to see because it's all ocean, but out of the box, Microsoft Flight Simulator looks freaking stunning. Let's face it. It looks absolutely jaw-droppingly good. It really does. I mean, this is real time, real weather, everything looks awesome, so yeah. X-Plane, you can normally just clean an airport up with ortho, but oh my god, Prepared is expensive. Yeah, but that's the thing, you know, getting a plane in Prepared, or an airport even, or are there sceneries in Prepared? I don't know if there are sceneries actually in Prepared. I'm not that well versed in Prepared actually. I know a little bit, of course, of X-Plane, but yeah. For me, it was gifted 11. Then after that, for a while, I bought Prepared. Then gifted 12, but was going to get anyway. Yeah, there is. Yeah, okay, there is. Yeah. Also, X-Plane has a lot more free airports in X-Plane 11. Compared to Prepared, you mean, or compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator? Had a lot of sceneries and they're all very expensive. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. I mean, Prepared is extremely expensive. As you know, we have great connections with Flight Sim Webshop, who is one of the... he also sells Prepared licenses. And the new announcement of Prepared, yeah, it kind of went under the radar, and he told me that it wasn't really selling that good anyway anymore. So yeah, Prepared hardly has any free airports and most, but I'll keep investing into it. But that's the thing, you know. That's the thing. I mean, I'm flying Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'm enjoying Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm a Microsoft Flight Simulator fanboy. I will admit that. I will be... I love Microsoft Flight Simulator and everything about it. But I'm not dissing off X-Plane or Prepared or what they're doing. Far from it. I mean, I understand completely that Prepared or X-Plane have their own audiences and have their own have their pros compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's face it, the flight model of Microsoft Flight Simulator will eventually be comparable to X-Plane. I'm absolutely sure of that they will get it right. But it might take a while. We're not there yet, far from it. We're not there yet. So there's a lot of room for improvement on Microsoft Flight Simulator. There is. So yeah. Compared to all the X-Plane 11 takes the cake on freeware for anything. We have all seen the Zibbo 737. So yeah. But yeah, it's just a matter of time before before Microsoft Flight Simulator is comparable towards to these sims as well. So yeah, and it's only, you know, it only adds more flavor to Microsoft Flight to the community as well. I mean, one of the things I really enjoyed about Microsoft Flight Simulator itself is, of course, the influx of the community. That has been absolutely amazing. I mean, since Microsoft Flight Simulator has been released, there have been a lot more people actually flying. A little competition is a good thing. Exactly. That's exactly my point there, Barbecue Beef. A little competition is actually a good thing. So yeah, you know, it's never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. That's always good. Hey, amazing for me. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. So yeah. But it you know, it's a thing. It's absolutely and let's not forget, my friends. I mean, 10 million pilots flying Microsoft Flight Simulator currently. 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million pilots. I mean, it's, yeah, you know. So that. And I will redeem that hydrate, buddy. Don't forget to hydrate. Very important, very important. We have a little under 50 nautical miles to go before we reach our NDB. That is Papa Romeo. And from there we are flying all the way down towards Foxtrot Papa Sierra Tango. That is São Tome International Airport on São Tome and Principe. There we will be landing for today, and that will be the end of today's flight. All those previous attempts for Microsoft Flight Simulator for ages. True. True. By the way, and as I stated, tomorrow we will not be continuing this flight. Tomorrow we are taking off from Schiphol Airport, that is Eham, so that is Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. And Amsterdam Airport we are taking off towards Rovaniemi in Finland. We are going to fly that in the Phoenix A320. If you want to fly along, you can. There are several airplanes you can fly along, of course, if you own them. Or, of course, if you want to fly in a similar plane, the A320neo from Fly-by-Wire is completely free. That is a good alternative. That is a good alternative. So yeah, really looking forward to that flight. That will be the final flight for this year. I will be then taking off 2 weeks of vacation. And we will be back next January. On January, we will be Rovaniemi. Rovaniemi. I'm not Finnish, and I'm not Finnish. I mean, the Finnish language is amazing. So yeah. But I'm looking forward to that. Fun fact: the reason why Shoni never goes under sunbathing on the beach is because the last time he did did Greenpeace try to drag him back into the ocean? True. True. Red card right there. He actually has a point. By the way, that's the missus. Kadilu is the missus. Hey, and I don't mind. I'm a big guy. But I'm also tall. So, hey, we Dutch are all tall. So it really doesn't show that much. .6'2", I think. Yeah, 6'2". So that's the thing. Microsoft Flight Simulator is huge and too heavy and still messed up after 2 years. Well, the thing, amazing for me. And I'm not. I'm not there. I'm not. Yeah, but thanks for sharing him for a few hours, DC at Ukadilu. Thanks for sharing him for a few hours. Actually, I think it's nice and quiet, to be honest. But yeah, it's... What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Yeah. the thing is that amazing for me. It's very much in development right now. I mean, and you can see that. You know, it's what we're trying to do. If you take, for instance, right now, try to compare. Microsoft Flight Simulator and, for instance, X-Plane. It's in my opinion, you're basically comparing apples to oranges, because we're talking about a very new flight simulator here. It's built from the ground up, and you're comparing that to a fully developed. Simulator that has been around for nearly 20 years. So it's very hard to compare Microsoft Flight Simulator, a brand new baby product, to something that has been let's face it, I mean, they're coming out with X-Plane 12 now, which means X-Plane 11 is end of life. That is actually what this means, my friends. Don't get me wrong, X-Plane 11 is end of life. Simply because now they're going to... There will be a few updates probably here and there on X-Plane 11, but their main focus will be on X-Plane 12. So yeah. I don't think Flight Simulator 2020 will ever have a flight model better than or as good as X-Plane. Nothing beats X-Plane flight model. Steve, I disagree with you there. I absolutely disagree with you there. I think it will be comparable. I think it will be comparable. Yes, I will. I really do. I mean, it only goes to show the fact that they have invested into when Microsoft Flight Simulator was. Here's the reason why. First of all, Microsoft Flight Simulator was released. When it was released, they already stated we will be supporting this platform for 10 years, at least 10 years. What they have done is they, especially in the first year, but already they have currently released 12 major updates, more than few gigabytes big, and they're constantly working on the flight model. You hear them hammering on it. So I'm absolutely sure that Microsoft Flight Simulator will eventually get up to par with simulators like X-Plane, like Prepared. I'm absolutely sure of that. I know there is a large trend going on. Microsoft Flight Simulator is gamified. When it was released, yeah, you could argue that it was more of a game than a simulator. Argue. But with the release now currently of, for instance, PMDG planes, and also the Phoenix, of course, that had just come out. But all these study level planes that are now coming out, you see that Microsoft Flight Simulator has to raise the bar with their flight model, and they have to actually work closely together with companies like PMDG and stuff to actually get that flight model better and better, and working with study level planes. So it's constantly a back and forth, I think, between both the sim and the developers that are now working on third level on third party planes. So yeah, I think there is a large back and forth there. I think, and to be honest, I think eventually it will get up to par. It will get up to par. It's not a training software. No. But, well, Joe, the thing is, and here's the thing, that, of course, a lot of people actually, and especially the old guard, as I call them, are taking flight simming, as in simulations, taking that very seriously, and in some cases, rightfully so. I mean, if you fly, for instance, on VATSIM, it takes it up to a completely new level. But the introduction of Microsoft Flight Simulator has done one thing that the other two simulators have not been able to do, and that is to create an influx of new, younger audience for flight simulating in general. And the way they did that is by toning down the realism. Hence, you can get the discussion that Microsoft Flight Simulator is a game. Especially because there were no study level planes at the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And that made it kind of hard. Now, with all these study level planes coming out by PMDG, by Phoenix, by many other developers, you actually see that those people who are coming in young and new, also people like me. I mean, I had no flight simming experience pre Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. None. Other than 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago even, or more, when sometimes I dabbled a little bit into it. But I've never, ever flown planes as intensely as I do right now. And I'm getting into commercial planes as well. I'm having a lot more fun. So the thing is that it's constantly being dialed. The difficulty is being dialed up, and we're slowly but steadily are losing the gamified option. So I hope that kind of explains it a little bit. But yeah, it kind of So that's basically the reason why. That's basically the reason why. Ashley, slowly, a year ago, yes. 2 years ago, yes. Now, no, not anymore. Not anymore. And it's fine. It's fine that you think that. That's your opinion, and I respect your opinion. I just don't agree with you anymore. But that's the thing, because Microsoft Flight Simulator is constantly developing and constantly getting better and constantly raising the bar. Yeah, but that's fine, Steve. That's absolutely fine. But they're constantly raising the bar, and it means that Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting better and better and better. And in 4 years' time, I'm absolutely sure it will be comparable to level with simulators like X-Plane. I'm absolutely sure of that. Then we're 6 years on, so yeah. Yeah, DC, because that's what adults do. That is what adults do. We disagree and we enjoy each other's company. I don't have to agree with Steve or Ashley's opinion about Microsoft Flight Simulator being too gamified still. To simply enjoy we're not Russians or well, to be honest, Steve, let's just say the Europeans can hold a candle to that as well. So yeah, true, of course, but that's the thing, I wouldn't know about it because I don't have any adult role models. Hey, well, yeah, okay, I may be 51 years of age, but mentally, I'm still 12. Yeah, I'm a guy, so that's a thing. Microsoft Flight Simulator had one big idea, addresses user claim about a better free and global scenery, and that is an important point that brings joy to this game and like it. But in so many aspects, it's not the state of the art, in my opinion. Yet, amazing for me, it's not state of the art yet. It's still in development. So yeah. It's still in development, It's like, yeah, I'm Ukrainian, I can make jokes, and oh my god, yes, you're getting along, never. Well, so there's that. There's that. And hope you're doing well there, buddy. I'm not sure if you're in Ukraine, but hope you're doing well. Wait, what if we disagree and don't enjoy other people's company, and we are old and we like it? Airlock Dog, that would basically be, well, you. So, and we know how you think about that, Airlock Dog, but yeah, you're still part of this community whether you like it or not, buddy. Whether you like it or not. There you go. You don't live in the Ukraine, but you are Ukrainian. Ah, okay. Hey! We see land! Yes! My friends! Land ho! Land ho! Yes! We are going that way! You're now one of us! One of us! Indeed! The president of the Lone Wolf Club. First rule, don't accept any members. Airbus versus Boeing arguments. Yeah, you know, the thing is, Steve, the thing is, I don't get that argument either. I mean, why not? Why choose? Why choose? Come on. You can have both. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can have both. I bought the Phoenix A320. Love that thing. I also bought the 737-600 for like $40. Having a blast in that thing. Why not both? I mean, enjoy it, you know? What's the point? You can fly everything you want. There is no discussion, in my opinion. There's none. Get to learn both planes. Get to enjoy both planes. I mean, the thing is that when people start to make camps, it all starts to become black and white. You know, it's like... And life is not black and white. It's a lot of shades of gray. It's a lot of shades of gray. So yeah. Like, sure, I prefer Boeing, but I still highly respect Airbus. Besides the Beluga, the Beluga just looks cute when it's correctly painted. The Beluga just looks cute. Let's face it, it's true. Always nice to see, and after ages over water, speaking from experience after many oceanic crossings, land. I know, right? It's like, oh my god, there's land. Finally, there's land. Oh, guys, remember the flights in the Azores or to the Canary Islands. Oh god, Lord. Oh god, Lord. Ages and ages of water. Just water and water and water and water. I mean, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're crawling from land to land. So yeah. The truly important thing, this is that we love to fly virtually, whatever the sim. Amazing for me. Highly agree with that. I absolutely agree. And it really doesn't matter if you enjoy Microsoft Flight Simulator, if you enjoy Prepared, or if you enjoy X-Plane in which version ever. I mean, it's all about the flight sim community. It's the flight simulation community. And that also means that we now currently have a large group of new people coming in and discovering things like X-Plane through Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, I see Microsoft Flight Simulator currently as the gateway drug to flight simulation in general. It's cheap, it's easy, you can get it on for near to nothing on the Game Pass, Microsoft Game Pass. I mean, you can get that for like $1 if you don't own Microsoft Game Pass yet. You can actually get Microsoft Game Pass for $1 for the first 3 months, $1. So that means that you can play the standard version of Microsoft Flight Simulator for just $1, 3 months time. It's basically the gateway drug. Yeah, yeah, addicted simmers. Basically, yes, you're absolutely right, DC. But it's, you know, and the fact that you can actually... I talked about this with Anybuilds. I had this discussion, and when we had when I had the interview, she also mentioned that she was playing with her kids on the Xbox while playing herself on the PC. It's, you know, it's the gateway drug, getting people into flight simulating. And if that's Microsoft Flight Simulator, that's fine. If they then move on to either X-Plane or Prepared, absolutely brilliant. So yeah. Then they start building high-end PCs and buying yokes and throttle and sticks, kind of like this. Yeah. And like that. That thing over there. Yeah. So that's a thing. Ooh, nice one. Well done there. I'm always welcome to helping new people in flight simulation. I really enjoy talking about the 747 in great detail, but I always tell the new flight simmers to fly the C-172 first, learn that, and then move to complex airliners because they will enjoy it more. Steve, funny that you should mention that. Funny that you should mention that, because this is the plane that I started flying like crazy, and now I'm slowly moving up to commercial planes. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. It is, I mean, let's face it, flying the Cessna 172, it's so easy to fly. This plane it just wants to, I'm not doing anything here. I've been keeping my hands off the yoke for all this time, just pushing it left and right a little bit. Works great. Works absolutely great. There's not much. And I'm flying manually here, guys. I've been flying manually this whole time. The whole time. Autopilot is off. So it's, you start out with flying, then you start to slowly but steadily program and use the MFD and the PFD, use the G1000 to its fullest potential, stuff like that. Start to learn how to do ILS approaches and approaches in general, because you can't do an ILS approach. In GA flying, you can do most of the things you actually do in large commercial planes. Only you do it slower, and you do it in smaller, but yeah. The only jet I fly is the Vision. I hear it's very good, actually. So yeah, I do not enjoy airliners. I loathe them. I tried. I have the Phoenix, the 737. Do not like. The C6 is the most is the most airliner like I enjoy. Small, slow, and low. Props, so I am one of those. Yeah, but the thing is, that's the beauty, Airlock Doc. It's all personal to each and every person. So it's that's the thing. That's the thing. It's all personal for each and every one. And one person loves just commercial, and despises GA. The other one likes both. The third one just loves GA, despises commercial. We're all connected by flight simming in general, and that's the beauty of it. So, I mean, yeah. Literally me. I started playing with the 172, then moved to the 737, and then the 747. Never really cared for the CRJs and the stuff in biz jets. 747 has to be the easiest aircraft to hand fly for me. Really, you would not expect that a big plane like that actually would be easy to fly, but there you go. There you go. I mean, and that's a great way to roll into it. I never knew till I used the G1000 till X-Plane. Well, I love the G1000, the NXI version that is now standard in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I love it. It's absolutely great. I like all types of simming. Not too much of a military jet guy. Yeah, same here. I'm not into jets, actually. I like flying the Dark Star because it's funny. It's just a laugh. It's just a laugh. And it's, it's a fictional plane currently. But yeah, I think it's just a laugh to fly. But other than that, yeah. However, I have to correct myself, Steve. I do love to fly military planes, but not the jets. Because I also own, of course, the Spitfire, which actively tries to kill you, but is a lot of fun to fly, from flying iron simulations, and the P-38, which is a hoot to fly. That is an absolute hoot to fly. So yeah, I do like flying military planes, only I like the World War II kind of planes. So yeah. Alright, my friends, down below, we right now have the nearest airport. That is Foxtrot Papa Romeo, and that is right below me. If you want to fly along, you can either refuel right here, or actually fly along with the, or take off from here and fly along our final leg that we are about to do, and then we are going to land on Foxtrot Papa Sierra Tango. That is São Tome International Airport in São Tome and Príncipe. That's the second island we're going to. So we're going to leave this island behind and move on to the next one. Hopefully we can immediately see it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. 747s are easy to operate and fly unless you are light and it's windy. Then she can be tricky. I'll believe that. Yeah, okay, I'll believe that. Still can't program the G1000. Why not, there, Italian Yang fan? It's not that hard, actually. It's not that hard. So yeah. I never started to learn Airbus till the A340 till then I only knew Boeing, and I really got into airliners till after I got X-Plane. Yeah, okay. The landing ribbon glitched out, so I couldn't get down. Oh, interesting. And the P-51 is your favorite. It's very nimble, isn't it? The P-51 is extremely nimble. It's a very nimble plane. Very quick. Very quick. I swear today is not the day for me to fly a game. sometimes it's just one of those days, buddy. It's just one of those days. I do a lot of military charters. Virtual life. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, maybe I just didn't want to spend the time necessary to learn it. Was in my face. I just wanted to get off the ground and fly. Well, the thing is, you don't really have to get into it that much. It's just there for us to use. There are a lot of options actually to get into the G1000 and learn how it works. I mean, there are a lot of actually cool things you can actually do in the G1000 if you want to. Why is this not working? Shit. Interesting. Ah, I see what's going on. There we go. There we go. So you can actually do quite a lot of things, actually, if you want to. Oh, no. Procedures. Select approach. Enter. There we go. So yeah, you can do quite a lot of things, actually. I mean, it's very... It's extremely detailed these days. Detailed is the word I'm looking for. There we go. Do you have seat time in the F-14 Tomcat? I actually own the F-14 Tomcat and I've flown it a few times. It seems to have some unrealistic abilities. Super fun though. True. Ginger Freak, yeah, you're absolutely right. If you fly the F-14, it should show up in the simulator, so it should show up on screen. I own the F-14. It's a cool plane to fly, but yeah, it's you should see it as just a little bit of fun. Basically a little bit of fun. Tiny little island here. This is Principe. Right now we are flying over, and we are moving towards, in the distance, we are flying towards, well, it's not visible yet, but yeah. I've seen Mach 4.5 cruising over 100k feet. Yeah, it can be a little bit glitchy. It has had a few updates, Ginger. It has had a few updates recently, but yeah. It has had a few updates, but yeah. It could be that it's still pretty much glitchy. However, make sure you do not confuse it with the Dark Star in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That thing goes up to 100k and actually flies Mach 10. So... So that's a thing. That's a thing. But that, of course, that's not a real plane. It's same thing holds true for the Pelican. You know, it's just a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. If you don't want to see the Pelican in Microsoft Flight Simulator, just don't download the model. You know, you can uninstall most of the models if you want to. If you go to your content manager, actually, you can uninstall quite a lot if you wanted to. You don't need to have everything installed. So yeah. So yeah, it's Joe. What he meant is the PMDG version that is going to be released by PMDG or on Prepared, or the Salty. That is the Salty mod is actually a mod that you can install for the 747. So you can install that, but it's a rework of the original model that is currently supplied in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It has its problems, so yeah. It has its problems. And the stock version really, yeah. About the stock version. Okay. There you go. There you go. Alright, we have 77 nautical miles to go. That is about 36 minutes, so about, we should be landing around 1400 Zulu. Monsanto TV. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the Cabin Crew, buddy. I hope you are enjoying the show. Hope you are having a little bit of fun. Unfortunately, it's a lot of water today, but yeah. It's a lot of water today. We have a few tiny little islands that we are flying over, but we need to fly over it because we are flying now to São Tome and Principe. We have to fly there. We have to fly to the capital of São Tome because if I do not land there, I cannot tick that country off the box. And we need to do that. We need to fly to every single country. Well, we don't need to, but I want to fly to every single country in the world in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So yeah. It's a thing, which means sometimes you have to cross a lot of water. This is not, of course, the only time that we are going to fly that. The Tomcat, okay, it is the Tomcat. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Boop. Let's boop that, boop. Alright, that's Antarctica. Currently we are in this area right here. We don't need to go to, by the way, to St. Helena. St. Helena isn't officially a country. It's part of England. Yeah. So, no need to fly there. St. Helena is actually part of England. But one of the longer flights for, it might be on the edge of what we're able to reach, is for instance the flight from Madagascar to this, to Innsbruck. Exactly. Well, the thing is, I'm quite scared about this flight right here. Mauritius, Réunion. Réunion is officially part of France. It's French soil. The flight from Paris to Réunion is considered the longest flight within a country. So yeah, it's the longest internal flight, basically. Now, as you guys know, my European save point is Innsbruck. So if I crash there, technically you should go back to Innsbruck and fly all the way from Innsbruck straight line for weeks back to Réunion. Yeah, that's not not sure. How long is it? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure exactly, Ashley, but it is considered the longest internal flight in the world. Because you're basically flying from French soil. This is basically Europe. Yeah. So we have Madagascar and Europe. That's Europe. So it's 18 plus hours. It's long. Yeah, it's really long. But the thing I'm most scared of basically right now is this flight right here. The thing was that this is about 620 nautical miles, and yeah, so that's a thing. It's about 620 nautical miles, and that's basically on the edge of what we're able to reach in the Cessna. The Cessna 172 has a reach of about 640 to 660 nautical miles, and then you're pushing it. You really need to have tailwind when you're flying there. But the Seychelles is going to be an interesting flight. Now, thank God, there are a few tiny little islands that we can divert to, but yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Airlock Dog. No, you're not kidding. You're absolutely right. I have to fly there and fly back. You're absolutely right. So that's the thing that I'm not looking forward to, you know. It's going to be an interesting flight. That are one of those flights are things like, yeah, interesting if we're going to reach that. Flying from Papet to CDG in a half-loaded 787 during the pandemic when the US wouldn't allow a tech stop at LAX. Wow. Twitch characters won't live. I'm guessing here you're saying that Microsoft Flight Simulator and the 747 really have issues. In short, they have issues, Steve. Could be better. Yeah. There is room for improvement. Room for improvement. And a lot of it. Jefferson, how are you doing, buddy? How are you? How are you? Issue is an understatement. I know, right? Oh, I'm the master of understatement, my friend. I'm the master. How are you doing, Jefferson? I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you're doing well. By the way, Jefferson, did you have any new releases coming out for your modeling? Looking forward to it, buddy. Just sent you a DM via Discord. Ooh, interesting. First of all, I see that someone has sent me a DM. I just can't see who. Message request. There you go. Accept DM. There you go. Add as a friend. I've added you as a friend, buddy. So yeah. Ah, the Victoria Falls series. Exactly. I was talking about that. Oh yes. We need to look into that, buddy. We need to look into that. But yeah, a trailer. Oh, can I, Jefferson? Can I show it here? Can I show the trailer? I really would love it. Oh, yes. Yes. We're going to watch the trailer of what Jefferson created. Copy link. Bippity boppity boop. There we go. Edge browser. Yo. I can't go full screen, unfortunately. And let me close that. Excellent. Are you going to release this officially on the marketplace? Oh man, that looks nice. Oh, look at that model. Actually, bungee jumping, I have done that. I have bungee jumped. Not there, by the way. I did that in Switzerland. So yeah. Looks brilliant, buddy. Oh, waving flags and stuff like that. Love it, love it, love it. Interaction. Who wants to watch? Beautiful. Look at that. What is with the fog effects, buddy? Excellent. Will be on the marketplace for PC. Excellent. What will be the cost, buddy? Do you have an idea of what it will hit like? Yeah. No, not in the Netherlands. I bungee jumped in Switzerland. Yeah. Uh-oh, wildlife. Yeah, it's going to be bad. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I will redeem that heart rate. They're actually jumping. I need this. I need this. That. Look at those rapids. Oh, there are actually boats moving as well. You've done it. You've created. Oh, you've created actual. There's movement in the waterfalls. I did not see that. There's movement. This is what I want. And I've wanted this for so long. Moving rapids, moving waterfalls. Dude, this is awesome. Mixed, yeah, I know, fog effects and stuff like that. Need. It's awesome. Jefferson? Sir, I salute you. That is a freaking masterpiece. That is a freaking masterpiece. 30 helipads in total. Kingsman, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Wow. Sir, I salute you. That is an amazing piece of work. That is an amazing piece of work. I am so looking forward to that. That, oh man, I'm hyped. I'm absolutely, totally, and utterly Shoney hype right here. Absolutely hype. But it's amazing. It's amazing. The thing was, and as you see this so much with when you're flying in the Alps and when you're flying in Norway as well, you know, the fjords where you see the static. You know there's a waterfall there, but it's just static, a line of blue running down. The fact that you actually have waterfalls working. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't even think Niagara Falls has waterfalls working. I don't think the add-on of Niagara Falls actually has. Does anyone know this? It's amazing, dude. Who's the man? Who is the man? My good lord. I mean, there you go. There you go. I am sorry, but I'm enlisting you right there into the cabin crew. I don't care. I just enlisted you into the cabin crew, whether you want to or not. There you go. My friend, holy the moly. Yeah, it's... I'm impressed. I am highly impressed. Because, you know, when you're flying along a waterfall, you're like, yeah, I know it's a waterfall. It kind of looks like a waterfall, but yeah. The video will be too long. Well, this is great already, so yeah. Are moist? Yes, indeed, they are very moist. Yes, indeed. Wow, my friend. Holy the moly. It's absolutely... But do they experience leakage? And that's a red card for DC right there. So, yeah. That's a red card for DC right there. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. Jumping bungee jumpers. Only for that, I already need that. Only for that, I already need. I will be gladly paying those $15, buddy. I will be gladly paying those $15, definitely. Oh yeah. When is it? When can we expect it coming out, Jefferson? When can we expect this this wonderful product of yours? I'm going to plug the Jesus out of this. And I was, of course, I already was planning to do a flight towards the Victoria Falls. Of course I was, but yeah, we're not there yet by a long shot. So, yeah. Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's really, really incredible. For those that want to watch that, again, right there is the link, by the way. So you can click it and rewatch it. And I will also post this, of course, on the Discord channel as well. So yeah, we're going to feature this on the Discord channel. Man, it's absolutely brilliant. So looking forward to that one. Jumping bungee jumpers. How cool is that? I mean, I've done that. I did bungee jumping. Actually, I did the largest commercial bungee jump in Europe. Yeah. The largest commercial bungee jump in Europe in Sierre, Switzerland. Drove to it with a friend of mine. Then jumped 215 meters down. And then drove back from Switzerland. The day after, drove back from Switzerland back to the Netherlands. So, yeah. That was 20 years ago. But still. I thought about doing the 5 weeks in a balloon route. But that one is so hard to nail down. It is. It is. Falling, yeah. Well, you actually fall 4 seconds. It takes 4 seconds before you're at full length. So it's really weird. Hoping to release it by the end of this year. So in 2 weeks' time, actually. To the sim market. Marketplace will come about a month or so later due to all the checks and delays. Yeah, of course, there are checks and delays involved into that, but yeah. More like falling. A lot of falling, yeah. And bouncing. Falling and bouncing. Cord creasing. Exactly, Jamal. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So, yeah, but it's really amazing. Really amazing. Looking forward to getting my hands on that one, buddy. By the way, if you actually release something on the marketplace, what gains you more money? Releasing it on the marketplace or bouncy, exactly. Releasing it releasing an add-on on the marketplace, or for instance, releasing it yourself or on Sim Market or anything like that. What gains you more net? 20%. Yeah, I'm not sure what the take was on that. So I'm really not sure. All right, my friends. By the way, we are now entering. We're nearing São Tome. We can see the island again right there. We can just make out the contours of the island right there. So it means that we also need to start figuring out what we need to land. It's about the same for me for the most part, from usually 30%. Yeah, I don't have my own website yet. It exists, land! Woohoo! Yeah, exactly, Stealth. It's there! It's there! We're nearly there! And by the way, this will be the last flight around the world with the Cessna 172 for this year. We will start up again next year. In January, we will be starting up the next taking off from São Tome and moving on from there. Tomorrow's flight will be the last flight of Shoney Gaming. We will be flying the Phoenix A320 from Schiphol Amsterdam Airport to Rovaniemi in Finland, and that will be the official last flight. We will be visiting Santa Town. We will be landing there, and that will be the official last flight. So if you want to fly along tomorrow, we will be planning that completely. So yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it's Super Typhoon, and this was because of Airlock Dock. There is a mod for the G1000 172 right now, which kind of upgrades it. So we may be having a little bit of an updated version. Looking into that, we're going to see if that's going to work the coming weeks. So yeah, the coming 2 weeks I'll be testing that out. If that mod actually works and makes it work a little bit cooler and better and stuff like that. A few add-ons here and there. Nothing too fancy, nothing too spectacular. It won't change. I won't, for instance, change the engine output or anything like that. I'm not doing that. But I think it adds a lot of cool extra features. So makes it a little bit more realistic. So we may be actually, you're kind of right there, Super Typhoon. You're kind of right. Yeah, the commission is really high there, DC Viper. It is pretty steep actually. But I thought it was a little less steep on Sim Market, but apparently it's basically the same. So it really doesn't matter either if we buy it on Sim Market or on the marketplace. Yeah. I think I may be buying it on the marketplace, actually, then. I think I may be buying it on the marketplace. So I'm holding out a little bit there, Jefferson. I'm holding out a little bit, but I'm going to pocket that one. Definitely. You will be one of my favorites, buddy. You will be one of my favorites. Looking forward to that, flying over that and discovering that with you guys. Really looking forward to that. So yeah. As I said, we are now going to towards our approach, which means that there are a few things we have to check out. First of all, let's see. Let's close that off. Close that one off. There we go. What is currently the weather? The METAR on our destination. So that is Foxtrot Papa Sierra Tango. There we go. We don't have any data to make this report. No, so that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what Navigraph has to offer us then, because of course Navigraph has its own tools as well. Airport web. Aha! No. A 010 at 7 knots. 010 at 7 knots. So I love the new Navigraph. I really do love the new Navigraph. 010 at 7 knots, which means runway 29. Add this to the right. Then we have our approach, and that's VOR or an MDD. So we're going to do VOR approach right there. And that is STN. Whoop. A little bit messy, but hey, there you go. That's the whole pattern right there, and then officially that's the way to approach it. Is the way to approach it. So, yep. Now we're going to do just the last bit. Of course. Little bit, of course. But that's fine. Overlay that. And there we go. And it's as easy as that. God, I love Navigraph. I so like the new Navigraph. I mean, there are actually a few people out there who are not enjoying it right now, but I am. I absolutely am. Let's see, what is the altitude that we need to approach it from? That is 150. Alright. Good enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. 150. By the way, the other side is actually a ILS approach, if I'm not mistaken. So, if you want, you can do it from the other runway. And that is runway 11. Runway 11 does have an ILS approach, if I'm not mistaken. So, but then again, we don't want a tailwind. You can land on a tailwind, it's not that bad actually. But yeah, not recommended. It's not something you're looking for, basically. Let's have a little bit of sip. Don't forget to hydrate, buddies. Don't forget to hydrate. Alright. So we are now currently at 270, so 2700. Of course, Jamal. Oh, we're nearly empty. I just ran dry. We need Shoney and ATC. Well, would you really want that? I think it's about, I think it's 8 knots or something like that. It's not that high. It is not that high. I'm not, let me see. Tailwind limit, C172. Crosswind landing, 17 knots. 17 knots. Yeah, apparently it's 17 knots. So it's actually a little bit more than I expected, but yeah. For either cross or tailwind. Apparently. But to be honest, landing at these winds is, yeah, it doesn't really make you that happy, to be honest, yeah. 10 in the 747, yeah. Kind of amazing that a tiny little plane like this then is set to 17 knots. That's kind of strange. Hey, you don't hear me complaining, but there you go. All right. And to be honest, I never ever actually considered what the maximum tailwind was. I have to admit, we have landed in stronger winds than 17 knots. Remember, God, where was that? It was in Finland somewhere. That nearly killed me. Let me have a look, my friends. Vasa. Yeah, landing at Vasa. That was an It's really windy there. I almost got blown off the runway when we landed, and at takeoff, exact same thing happened. Yep. Exact same thing. Crosswind nearly killed me. The crosswind nearly killed me. That was interesting to say the least. 26 nautical miles, and we need to descend to let's see, 1,500 feet for the approach. Round and about. Auto land, crosswind landing limits is it's 15 dry or overall 35ish. Ah, yeah, okay. It always amazes me when planes nearly land sideways in with huge gusts on airports. It's like, if you see what pilots are doing, it's like, man, I salute you. I absolutely salute you. I would not want to be you in your shoes right now. And sometimes they can be horrible. Reason why actually grabbing in a crosswind, yeah, exactly. Basically going absolutely sideways in a crosswind. It's sometimes you have to do things that you're like, yeah, this it doesn't feel right, but it works. It absolutely works. It's one of the reasons I like landing on Amsterdam, because basically you can approach it from every which way. You always have a headwind. You always have a headwind on Amsterdam Airport. It's simply because we have so many 6 runways in so many directions. It's like, yeah, you get to pick and choose. And that's nice. You get to pick and choose. Alright, I'm slowly diverting from my flight plan, as you can see. That's because I'm now going for the approach. Somewhat. Let's see, we are landing at runway 29er, so that is 290. 290, let's set it in the correct direction. Let's turn that on. 290, there you go. Altitude should be good. Visual pick is weird. Cessna, you can cross control on landing, but in jets you have to crab. Yeah. Barbecue beef is there, and ginger is there already. By the way, my friends, stay in the air. Yes, I have stolen this from Two-Tone Murph. I know, he knows. I told him several times. But stay in the air. I will land quickly, and then you guys can follow in. We'll make a show out of it, run some music. It's all good. And then we close up for this year. The final flight. Flight. Woo! And then it's a holiday. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get your predictions in, by the way. Get your predictions in, my friends. Now is the time. Now is the time. All right. Minus 30. Oh, good lord. After the minus 21 and the minus 40, we're slowly but steadily going down in numbers again. Oh, the pressure. I know a lot like the land in the crab. I like to pick the crab out of the land. Yeah. Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. I'm not expecting a minus 21, by the way, guys. I'm not expecting a minus 21. Don't expect that. It's probably a lot higher than that. Just say it. Just say it. I want some crab cakes. To Maryland. Hey, crab cakes. Is that Maryland specifically, or? Anyone know when we can use the radio between us? That would be cool, wouldn't it? That would be really, really cool if you could actually do that. Is famous for their crab cakes. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. For the blue crabs. Oh, nice. Good crab cake, nothing wrong with that. Or a lobster sandwich, a lobster roll. Oh. Here we go again. Food. Yeah. Food, food, food. No, not doing that right now. No, we're not doing food, my friends. We're not doing food. Crab cakes at the Baltimore Orioles. Is that Orioles? Am I saying that correctly? Games are to die for. I'll believe you, buddy. Boys, here we go. We are now setting the mixture to full rich. We're throttling back because I want to extend the flaps. We are also turning on the landing light. Orioles. Orioles. I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly. I'm eating amazing beef jerky. Guys, come on. Help me out. Throw me a bone here. Throw me a bone. Come on. It's actually something that's not really available in the Netherlands. Beef jerky. It's yeah. That's not really a thing here. Funnily enough. Last two. There we go. Well, cured meats are, but mostly in sausage form. More in sausage form than in like meat strips. It's not like we have, of course, our cured meats, but it's mostly it's mostly in sausages and stuff like that. More sausage like, yeah. Not so much jerky. Of course, in Europe we know of beef jerky and stuff like that. We know of it. It's just hard to come by. It's not really easy to get, as it is, for instance, in the US. No, we're not complete savages. So, we are somewhat sophisticated. All right, I think I've got Jamel on focus right there, but the airport should be where barbecue beef is right now. So let's focus on barbecue beef. There we go. Yep. I'm actually going to shove you guys to the side a little bit so I have a little bit more view. There you go. Right. So we are at 69, 70 knots, which is nice. This is not bad. We should start to descend actually. And once it's 297 coming in. And the VOR is 117.3. So let's see if I can set it to no console 1173. Enter and set that to active. Then switch the CDI right there and set the course to 297. That should be the course. Right. Close enough. Close enough. I'll take it. Right. So with that said, we should be good to go. There we go. Okay. Well. Still focused on... Nope. Barbecue beef. There we are. All right. Being drunk is to feel sophisticated but not to be able to say it. Wow. Amsterdam is a fun party place. Yes. I. It's not like I can disagree. Amsterdam is indeed a fun place to party. I partied there quite a bit actually in my time. I partied there quite a bit in my time. I have to admit there, Steve. I have to admit. Especially in the 90s, I can tell you, Amsterdam was an interesting place. Let's just call it interesting. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Escape, Paradiso, the It Club. Yeah, you're absolutely right there, GTS Aviation. Yeah, yeah, especially those days. Escape in Paradiso on Rembrandt Plain, Rembrandt Square. Wow. Yeah. But as I said, also the It Club. It was that was a kind of an amazing time at that time. Yeah. The good and the bad. And the bulldog, but beware there. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Used to go to the gas panic and the mistress bar in Roppongi, Tokyo back in the day. Sounds like interesting places there, DC. Sounds like interesting places. Melkweg. But the Melkweg is more like, or Milky Way, that's actually the actual translation, but Melkweg, it's more like a pop podium, like a pop theater for bands and stuff, you know, to do small performances. But the Melkweg is really, it's still operational. It's still there. No, I'm not going to stall Super Typhoon. I'm currently at 75 knots, 68, 67 knots. So I'm good. I'm actually good. This is it's low and slow. We're taking it easy. So yeah, but it's pop, not pop, like pop music and music theater. So yeah, you could watch really cool bands there. Oh. Ah, interesting. Was very confused. No. No, it's like it was a very cool theater actually. It's still there. It's Melkweg. You can still catch shows there. It's really good. But it's really small, you know. So it's really it's cozy. It's throttling up a little bit because I am descending right now and I don't want to descend a little bit more. Actually, I want to climb a little bit. So there we go. We're climbing. We're climbing. And slowly but steadily. Yeah, those were the days. Good Lord. Everyone loves the Netherlands well because of, well, drugs. You're partly right. You're not wrong. Let's face it. I mean, I'm Dutch and you're not wrong. But fun fact, most Dutch don't do drugs. I mean, it's, you know, it's because it's there and it's always been there and because it's legal and, you know, it's like, okay, sure, drugs, yay, cool. It's like we, as a people, we really don't care about that much. If you go to a coffee shop, for instance, in the Netherlands, most of the people there are actually foreign and not Dutch. There aren't that many Dutch people there. Fun fact, it's absolutely true. Yeah, it's a coffee shop. It is a coffee shop. It's called a coffee shop, but yeah, you know. Good luck finding a cup of coffee. A decent. Good luck finding a decent cup of coffee. Yeah, you're not getting that. But yeah, it is true. I mean, I can't deny it. It's like, yeah. Yeah, but you're right. The red light districts is actually Joe. The red light district is, of course, one of the and the drugs. That it was considered a party place. Actually, it's toning down quite a lot. Actually, these days, so it's no longer. Yeah, the Dutch brought the coffee culture to Europe. Yes, we did. A long, 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 long time ago. But that is true. Coffee beans and were one of the biggest imports we actually had next to spices, of course. But yeah, the red light district, and yeah, it's running low on fuel. Who, me? No. You are running low on fuel. We're nearly there, Jamal. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. You know what? I'm going to slowly but steadily turn in. I think it's good. You should be good. You should be good. Slowly but steadily turning in. Turning in towards the runway. We're far off anyway, so yeah. That close to the water? It is. I got a little bit of a Madeira feeling right there. You know, kind of feels like the same approach. Kind of feels like the same approach. Madeira has the same vibe going. I just ordered some 4 terabyte Western Digital red drives for my NAS. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta pick them up from Micro Center. Ah. Wonder what I should get. KFC. Actually, in my hometown, we're finally getting a KFC. Finally. For the first time in many, many a year. Alright, now I think I'm a little bit off to the left. What do you guys think I am? Alright, my friends. To each his own. To each. There's no comparing. There's no comparing to taste. Yeah. There. Everyone has a different taste. You know. That looks a little bit more on the nose. Glorified bird food. That looks a whole lot better. Let's start the descent. Once again, if you have not done your predictions currently, get your predictions in. Get your predictions in right now. Unfortunately, we don't have Popeyes in Europe. Pretty sure, definitely not in the Netherlands. You don't have Popeyes. We don't have In-N-Out Burger, stuff like that. Yeah. All right. This looks kind of good. A little bit. nicely lined up. Wish we had Carl's Juniors in the UK. Don't have that here either. Yeah. Don't have that here either. As I said, we just recently, or actually, next Monday, there's for the first time in my hometown, there's a KFC opening. And to be honest, KFC in the Netherlands isn't that bad. It's pretty okay, actually. I had worse. A lot worse. We have Roy Rogers. Okay, friends. Coming in for the approach. And we're landing actually with a tailwind. We're landing currently with a tailwind. So yeah, I'm going to flaps 3. Why are we landing with in a tailwind? Down. Come on. A little bit too high, but that's fine. I'd rather be too high than too low. Well, actually, it really doesn't matter that much. That's the one red, so I'm now actually... It does have a Madeira vibe to it, doesn't it? Yeah. I got that same vibe. Go. Let's see if we can do this low and slow. And minus 14! Minus 14! Yeah, so that's a thing. It's 14! It's right there! It's right there! Right there! There we go! Minus 14. Oh, I thought we were crashing. Alright. And we're parked. Alright, we are locked and loaded right now. That's that. Let's switch over to the minus 14. Good lord. And I was absolutely sure I would botch this up like no tomorrow. I'm getting better at it again. Finally. Finally. Reset position right there. Let's turn that up right there and start the landing music. Alright, my friends, get in there. Get in there. I see a Vision Jet coming in, but that's sideways right there. You're pretty off. Jamel is coming in for a landing because, well, basically, let's face it, he needs fuel. He needs fuel and lots of it. Oh, you're landing on autopilot, are you, Station Air? No, you're just doing a flyby. Nearly there. Almost. There we are. Jamel just landed. Excellent. Ooh! Jamel? 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 Fire truck, Jamel! Well, you made it. Alright, Ginger's coming in right there as well. In the DA. There he is. In the DA-62. I like the DA-62. It's a fun plane to fly. It really is a fun plane to fly. Noted. Yeah, exactly. How are you doing? Yeah, that was... All right, nice landing right there. Who else is coming in? Station Air, bring it in, buddy. Bring it in. And I think Stealth Wolf is a little bit too far off, although it is a Dark Star, so... I'm buying a DA-62. Yeah, it's a great plane. It's such a cool plane to fly. Here comes the Dark Star. A plane where the at first the Chinese were actually convinced that thing was real. Not sure if you have enough runway, buddy. Oh, that's a bounce. Brake, 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 brake. Yeah, he made it. He made it. There it is. Right, and the Vision Jet now coming in. Station Air. Going to follow the Vision Jet all the way in. Very cool plane. I love this game. I know, right? Yeah. ATC in Microsoft Flight Simulator is, let's just say, questionable. I should be there. I should be there, Jamal. Nicely aligned for the landing. Full flaps. There we go. That looks perfect. Looks absolutely perfect. Smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. I am right there. That's me. That's me in the corner. All right, my friends. That was a smooth landing indeed. Yeah, that was definitely a smooth landing. So yeah. All right, my friends. I will be back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time. We will be doing the Santa flight. This was my final 172 flight for this year. Next year we will be picking it up from São Tome and Príncipe. We will be taking off from this island and then heading back to mainland Africa and of course continuing our insane flight that we will be continuing for the coming years. For now, I would like all of you to thank you a lot for being here. Tomorrow, make sure you actually start up at Schiphol Airport, at Amsterdam Airport in a commercial plane if you want to fly along. And we will be having a lot of fun then. As I said, 12 o'clock Zulu, 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time. For now, that leaves me all to say to you, but thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. And most of all, don't forget to laugh and smile. Bye-bye all. Look at that. I mean, the wing flex, it is so cool that it's going up and down. I feel bouncy. I feel bouncy. Anyway, yeah.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh. Oh.
Chew that goodness,
No,
baby.
no.
Oh, you know you like it.
Oh.
Oh, you know you like it, Tony.
Wow. I did not expect that. They moved. Yeah, one of the big five. Baganario, yes. No! Thank you all very much for being here and spending your time with me. Let's hope we have a little bit of fun tomorrow flying to Finland. Until then,